Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Hollywood After Dark, episode number 57 for the 22nd of August, 2021. I'm not even supposed to be here today, but this is, without a doubt, the craziest news day of the year. Spider-Man No Way Home trailer gets leaked. How and why, we don't quite know, but we have some information that we're going to be breaking down. And then Doomcock copes, seethes, dilates on a live stream over Mikey Sutton coming here last night, dropping some major fire, some major Star Wars scoops, all of that and more right now. Hollywood After Dark, let's fucking go. Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing? Welcome to the show tonight. It is a crazy day. It is a wild day. Like I said, I'm not even supposed to fucking be here. I was going to take the night off. I was going to go see a movie. I was going to hang the hell out. But of course, the fates don't have that in favor for me. They want me to be here talking to you guys about the news of the day. And of course, Spider-Man leaking, that is a massive thing. The response to Mikey Sutton showing up on the stream last night, and it freaking out the fandom menace, especially Doomcock, to the point of where none of them will say my name because they are so afraid of truth smacking them in the face like a 12-inch horsecock. That, of course, is where we find ourselves today. But before we dive into all of that, let me give you a quick shout out here to the channel members. Of course, we have all of you fine, lovely folks helping keep this channel afloat. I greatly appreciate it. And remember, if you guys want to get in on the action, you can join a patron. Patreon's a great way to become a channel member. We're going to be doing some live watch parties here pretty soon. They're going to be member and patron specific, but as always, you can get in for a giveaway. This month, 4K duck titties. I keep saying it. I keep putting it out there. 4K Howard the Duck. That's the big giveaway of the month. Super chat, Stream Elements donation, Patreon, whatever. You guys can get in on the running. And as always, be sure to like it because that's what Miss Minutes wants, and she gets what she wants. But in the meantime, that's the end of my shilling. I want to bring in my friends to help me break down this craziest information today. We've got Anna Underhaven and Resident Justice. Thank you guys for being here.
What up?
Hello.
Today's been a day. Today.
Yeah. I honestly, I wasn't supposed to be here either. So, yeah.
You both have your days off, so of course some massive news drops immediately. Right?
I know. I was out doing food delivery tonight. I couldn't even focus on what I was doing. I'm sitting there just refreshing things, and I'm like, I'm just going to go home and do a live stream, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, I'll go see Free Guy maybe. I was just going to go out and do a couple hours driving, go check out Free Guy, relax, decompress. And then it's just bam, 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 bam. And I'm like, all right. You fuckers got me doing YouTube shorts now. All right. I'm putting out content on YouTube shorts, like one of them TikTokers. And so anyway, speaking of TikTok, that is, again, a weird thing today because that's where this trailer decided it wanted to come out originally, was over there on TikTok. And what's funny thing is how complete the trailer is.
Right.
Yeah, there's clearly unfinished textures. It's clearly incomplete, which kind of surprises me. So it makes me wonder, when was this leaked? Because surely it must be done if it's going to drop tomorrow, which we're all under the assumption that it will. We don't necessarily know. But why is it so unfinished, in that state? I don't get it.
Well, that's where it gets really interesting. I actually just put out a video about a couple hours ago talking about the leaked trailer.
Yes, and we're going to talk about that. Yeah. We're going to talk about that. So hold off on that one real quick because I have a PowerPoint presentation that I made.
Matt made a PowerPoint. Yeah.
I went into this. I'm sitting there trying to do a PowerPoint presentation based upon RJ's work. I want to make sure that we do give him a lot of credit here. If you guys haven't already checked out Resident Justice, check out the channel. The video will be linked in the video description. Real quick though, RJ, go into your channel settings and claim the name Resident Justice. So it's youtube.com/Resident Justice. Because you haven't done that yet. And I have to, so it makes it harder. I'm just saying.
Oh, I thought I did.
No, it didn't work for me. It didn't work for me. Maybe it did. Let's see here. MakingStarWars.net popped in. Hey, what's going on, Jason? How you doing, buddy? He says here, I've had most of all Star Wars trailers early and the effects were always complete. Yeah, that was a big thing with this one. I mean, obviously we're going to talk about that a little bit, but the trailer, when they go even to the Sanctum Sanctorum, I was surprised how much CG was used in that scene, considering that it was all white.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm surprised I could even see anything because the quality was so bad. It was like someone filming someone else's cell phone filming something, and it was so shaky, so blurry. I mean, you could see uncompleted visual effects, obviously, but it was
I was
all the way-
talking like a couple days ago about how much I hated. I hate the Comic-Con exclusive trailers. That's bad enough, but the quality on this is like even more botched than that. I hate when that's our first exposure to any movie. It's really sad, honestly.
Well, what cracked me up though is I just put this up the other day asking, can it live up to the hype? You know, because of how the trailer was. Yeah, no, this trailer from what I saw lived up to my hype. I'm not going to lie. It did. Because for me, the trailer was just like, it set up something that I didn't know that I wanted to see. And that hello, Peter at the end really got me. But to help round out the panel tonight, Ty from Pop Culture Corner, back from a week sabbatical. How you feeling, buddy? You got no sound.
You muted
no
my
sound.
buddy.
Good old Ty on that one. Thank you very much. Let's see real quick here as he's getting that sorted out. We're still waiting for him. Simon Session with the first $5 super chat of the night, man. Thank you. Says today's headlines: Kathleen Kennedy will not get fired. Water is wet, and Matt Jarbo will rise. Yes,
We can hear you.
yes. I don't even need Viagra. That's how primed I am right now. Let's do this. Anyway, Ty, how you doing, man? You doing good?
I'm doing so much better. Sorry, it wasn't. I haven't been on in so long. It was on the wrong microphone and everything. Look at that.
Yeah, it happens though. My computer does that all the damn time.
So what do you guys think about the this whole pre-viz dope quality Spider-Man trailer?
Oh, it was 4K and everything. It was absolutely
so
fucking fantastic,
HD, bro.
I love the fact that it was like recorded off of a cell phone. It was a cell phone recording of a cell phone recording.
Whoever
William,
Wasilia.
We're gonna talk about her.
It's a girl?
It's a girl, yeah.
Oh, she's fucked.
She's totally fucked. She's totally fucked.
Any privileges you ever had and anything that you ever experienced is being taken away.
That's sad.
So sad. The one job you had is now.
Well, it's not even just that one job, and we're gonna get to that. But before we dive into my presentation, because I got a whole thing. So this is what Hollywood Reporter is saying on this, and the reason why I want to talk about this is because a lot of the outlets are fucking silent on this.
Every single one of them, actually.
They're super silent. No one's talking about this because nobody wants to fuck with the House of Mouse. And even though this is a Sony production, this is like, you know, Feige's out there right now hiring a hitter to like track down whoever did this. And here's the thing. We know the person's name, which is the most interesting factor of it. But right now, according to the Hollywood Reporter, Sony moves quickly to block alleged Spider-Man No Way Home trailer leak on social media.
That's no alleged trailer.
Yeah.
That's the real deal.
Oh, yeah, we know this here. So Sony moved with lightning speed as the studio tried to shut down what appeared to be a leaked trailer. Oh, dude, it was everywhere. It's still everywhere. It's not, it ain't going away. I tracked it down on, you can look at what the No Way Home, whatever.
Go on Reddit and it's posted 100.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, the deal is it's a previs, meaning that it wasn't finished. It wasn't done. The effects weren't put in yet, and they were still being worked on. So this might not be the final product, right? They could potentially, and now who knows? They might even delay it if it was supposed to come out tomorrow, and they're like, all right, well, you know, now we have to change. Who knows what happens next? It could, but we don't know that it's necessarily the exact thing, right? It was a previz copy.
It was a previz copy, yeah. But we do know a couple little things about it. So we know a couple little things. And so, yeah, the thing is, like, ultimately this thing coming out, like, look, this doesn't hurt the movie at all. All right. This doesn't hurt anything. I know people out there are all like, oh my God, this is costing millions of dollars. And it's not costing a damn thing. No. This is like the best free publicity you could ever get for something like this, because they know it's going to break the internet tomorrow, but they're going to have the opportunity to break it twice.
Yep.
And that is the thing. That is what's going to really make it work. I'm not saying this was an inside job, but I'm saying this was a calculated release. Whoever did drop this on TikTok knew that tomorrow it was going to be a big thing, but it could have backfired on that person exponentially. So let's take a look here at my handy dandy nifty PowerPoint presentation that I slapped together. So obviously, Spider-Man, what's going on here? Well, the leak, according to this website, appears to be legitimate. Everyone wants to run with that allegedly. They want to say that it appears to be legitimate. Obviously, we know that it's legitimate at this point.
It's real. It's real.
We know that, again, with Sony just moved to block this thing. I don't know why I brought up the article first. I had this thing here, but whatever. Mikey Sutton actually was the first person to break the trailer's release date a couple days ago on Lords of the Long Box for Monday morning. And then he has the full description here on his website if you guys want to go check that out at geekositymag.com. At least then you can read about it where it's not taken down. But don't be upset if you don't find the video, because no one's hosting the video, but they're all going to be talking about it on the back end. But reason why I want to talk about this tonight, what caught my attention was this video here, which is actually from RJ.
Yeah. I did a lot of research over the past couple hours, and I decided I was going to do a stream talking about something else, but I decided to make a video instead, because the story behind this leak is much deeper of a rabbit hole than people realize.
So, superhero theorist.
Yeah, and we're gonna get to that. So I kind of have the whole setup here, obviously, with Wasilia Lamachi. All right, so she's the person whose name is appearing on this, as well as superhero theorist and Edward Rose. But who is Wasilia? Well, according to the AnimationWorldNetwork.com, she works for a company called Framestore out of Montreal. And this was an article from just July of this year, so just about a month and a half ago, where they announced that she was a new hire. And at this point, it's possible that she's probably going to lose her job. We might find that out tomorrow.
She's going to be blacklisted in the industry, sadly, and it's not really her fault. I kind
this.
of dove into this.
You can't say that at all, that it's not her fault. I mean, like, her name,
her fault. It's
all of her fault.
Look, I agree with Grace here, okay? It's pretty clear that this person, that Wasilia, she shared this trailer with the scooper, and then that scooper shared the actual trailer online with her name on it. Nobody would leak something like this with their own name on it. Exactly. Like, nobody would screw themselves.
But she still made the initial, so she caused the initial problem by right? She might have been doing something so that a description could get out there about it, and that wouldn't be able to be traced back to her. Her issue is allowing someone to record it, and then the way this is, and
someone broke her trust. She trusted someone to just watch the trailer and provide descriptions and get some early scoops. Obviously, it got out of hand, and now everyone's.
And that's giving her the benefit of the doubt, right?
And that is giving her the benefit of that. I mean, she just got hired at a new job. In Canada
a month ago.
A month and a half ago. And so it's like, now this comes out. But what gets me about this is that superhero theorist and Edward Rose are there, because here's the thing. They are, superhero theorist is the same person as Edward Rose. They are the same person.
I wasn't for sure when I made the video.
That is, and I can prove it a little bit too. So I went looking around. I went sleuthing around the internet like I like to do. And so I found out that, Murphy's Multiverse, if you Google superhero theorist, you will find this page. Yeah. They have removed his name, but he has written a ton of articles for Murphy's Multiverse. And then I went and I followed the same link using the Wayback Machine, and I found it. Oh, look, Edward Rose.
Yeah, he has a lot of work for them.
And this is from September of last year. So this guy wrote a lot for Murphy's Multiverse. And now I will say, and this is unfortunate, they're getting a lot of heat about all of this. They are very much getting a lot of heat. But we can see right here that his name is right there. Why is his name right there? Why is his name? See, here's the thing is, like, you can tell the way that the text on the screen, her name is on there above his, meaning like the whoever put her name on there, the layer is above his name.
Right.
Maybe.
And I was going to say the reason for that is because what they do is, and this is for press also, sometimes I think Grace mentioned this, when you get press releases of certain things for review, they watermark a certain code or your name on it. That way, in case any leaked footage comes out, they know who did it. Yes. So my guess is that Wasilia had a trailer that she was working on watermarked to, for whatever reason, she shared it with superhero theorist Edward Rose, but in order to make sure that that trailer didn't leak, she put his name on there.
Well, hold on. According to the chat, the trailer
did.
Wait, did it?
The trailer just dropped. Okay, we'll get to the trailer in a minute because I want to fit.
No. I meant Tom just posted the "you ain't ready" thing. That's what I was looking at.
Okay, because I mean, I'm seeing like some people in the chat are saying right now that the trailer actually did just drop. Yeah, if you find that, let me know. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
But the way mine are, my watermark things, it says my name where Wasilla is, and then it says, what do I work for again?
Geek Worldwide, right?
Geeks Worldwide, and then it says Homeboy's name, the editor-in-chief.
There's nothing on the official No Way Home Twitters.
Okay, so yeah.
Again, mine show up with my name big like Wasilla's, then Geeks Worldwide, and then editor-in-chief's name.
Okay,
that's how mine show up.
Okay, so
so I'm saying though, they watermark everything when you get something like that.
Yeah, so this was like sent. This was then sent around. So that's kind of fascinating. I mean, like, was this an on-purpose thing, or was this someone else who did it?
I think superhero. Like, I speculate. I think superhero theorist Edward Rose broke the trust of Wasilia. He probably shared it with somebody who shared it on TikTok.
Probably.
I hate the internet so much.
I hate TikTok.
I really do hate TikTok though. I've made several posts about why I don't like TikTok.
Well, I mean, never mind the fact that it's Chinese owned and completely a data mine application. It is what it is. But looking up here again, Marvel Studios spoiler subreddit talks about how Superhero Theorist account has been shut down.
He shut it down.
The account doesn't exist. Not only his Twitter, his Facebook page also. He lightcasted himself. He yeeted himself out across the internet. However, I will say, no, it won't fix anything. His YouTube account is still there. That is still active, but it hasn't been uploaded in a couple weeks now, I think. And but other than, I expect that to be gone by the end of the day. Now, as much as I dislike, this guy Mercury here, he's got a great point. Deactivating your Twitter account won't stop Disney from taking legal action. Imagine being one of the people who just cost the mouse millions of dollars. Well, I mean, look. No, they'll take legal action because this is a major breach.
Yes.
However, it didn't cost them a single thing. They're getting so many millions upon hundreds of millions in free advertising.
If anything, I feel like it builds more anticipation.
It does build more anticipation because the trailer was so scuffed that, like, I mean, I'm listening to it on my phone and on my computer, and I'm still trying to like pick out plot points. Like, I get the general gist of it.
The audio, and the visuals are bad.
So you can't look at this. This wasn't like the Deadpool release from 2014 that leaked out, that it was like, at least decent quality. This was something that you're like, I can generally make out what's there. I know that it's legitimate enough, but it's also like outside of that Hello Peter, it's all kind of messed up. So you have that. And then you get to Murphy's Multiverse here, where they made the comment about it, saying that the person who leaked the trailer was associated. The leak did not come through me or the site. And the thing is, they have to make abundantly clear on that one, because of all that. He says here,
because it's bad for them. It's a bad look for them. One of their former employees who might be connected to them.
In terms of well, no, he was an employee as of this morning. Let's be fair. He was an employee as of this morning, and then they broke all ties. They want to make sure, like, think of it like the end of season 1 of Game of Thrones. Like, they're beheading Ned Stark and they're putting his head on a spike, so everyone knows that he's fucking dead.
Yeah.
And then it's the same here. So
that's a good analogy.
It's true. It's true. It's a warning. It's kind of a warning to everybody else too. Like, if you do this kind of crap,
it should be.
It should be.
It should be.
Yeah.
Because as sorry to cut you off there, as it in regards to money, I really don't think it's going to affect anything. It's not. It's still going to get the same amount of watches as it would have if we lived in a world where this didn't happen today. I do 100% believe that. But they still need to make an example out of this for future sake. So I really do. I feel pity almost. I don't feel bad for this person because they did it to themselves, but I feel pity for their wallets because it's gonna hurt.
Oh, it's gonna hurt quite a bit.
It's gonna hurt them, not Disney again.
No, again, Disney. But here's the thing: people need to realize too. This is a Sony Pictures movie. All right, this is Sony's marketing, Sony's distribution. All Marvel did is produce it and take like 25%. Like, that's really about it. It's not going to cost them any money. The hype is still there. A lot of people lost their shit today at the trailer. People are already saying they've watched it.
It's still trending at number 4.
It's still trending. People are still talking about it. I mean, all they're doing at this point is just creating the Streisand effect by shutting it down. But to finalize the point here with Charles, he says the source of the leak is no longer associated with the site. While he worked for us for quite a while, this was not something done by us. Individuals can do their own thing. We have writers who host their own podcasts and those who have started their own sites. I mean, look, I get it. He doesn't want to lose his access. Is really what it boils down to. He's like,
it's a super damage control, but
it's absolutely damage control. But then it comes to the question, why? Like, really? Like, I mean, why would you risk burning everything for and not even host it on your own site? Like, I mean, unless it's like, why would you risk sharing something like this? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
doesn't make any sense.
Well, here's the funny thing.
They wanted clout.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah.
But we don't know who put it out. We don't know.
Whoever it is.
Yeah.
Right? One of those people, William or superhero theorist.
More clout could have been obtained by like playing the long game and being like, here's some stuff about the trailer, here's some leaks, and not just putting out there.
Well, here's the thing I talked about in my video. This entire week leading up to this trailer release, all these scoopers, Professor Hulk, Grace Randolph, they kept saying, oh, this moment's in the trailer. Like they were talking about Hey Peter like a week ago. So this trailer's been passed around by different scoopers, different websites. Why? Because everyone wants to be first. That's the problem that we're running into. People want to be first and basically like get the first access to this to drop news articles and scoops about certain things because people are so hungry for information about
zero journalistic integrity.
Well, so Rational Skeptic just sent me a link inside on a Twitter DM, and it's supposedly like a 30-second new little teaser. It's not a teaser. It's something they put together from I see shots from Spider-Man 2. I see shots from Amazing Spider-Man 2. You know, it's definitely something that they're putting out as a fake.
Yeah.
And they even titled it Wasilia Lamaushi.
No.
Right. So that's what they titled the video, and it's been up for just not very long, and people are already that's not real at all.
Well, the leak's even worse than people realize because it wasn't just a trailer. 3 images came out, and I'm not for sure where they came from. If it was from Wasilia Lamauchi, if it was from the same leak that the trailer came from. 3 images came out. They just dropped randomly on Imgur of certain characters in the movie and in costume. So that also is a problem. That was not watermarked though. They were just like stills. Blurry stills, but they were still stills.
Well, the thing that caught my attention the most with that was Jamie Foxx and the outfit he had on. And that to me is like it looks like he's playing like a variant of Electro potentially is what I saw on that, but it's at the same time it could be another shot from another movie. I just don't know which movie.
Viewer Anon confirmed that they're real.
He did confirm that they're real?
He confirmed those images are real. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure Jamie's playing a variant of his Amazing Spider-Man 2. It's not the same one.
Yeah.
It's going to have a completely different look, like more comic accurate, even though Amazing Spider-Man's was comic accurate, just at a different time.
That's interesting because we know for a fact that Doc Ock is going to be continuation of the Raimi-verse one. That's been explicitly stated. Also, I don't know if I just realized this today. I don't know if anyone's been talking about this, but they're going to use de-aging technology on him. He talked about it in an interview.
Yes,
apparently, they're aging him down.
Yeah.
That doesn't really seem that necessary, but
yeah.
Well, I mean,
he's supposed to be right. So we're supposed to be introduced to if what Alfred said was correct. We're supposed to be introduced to him right after his supposed.
It's basically right before he dies.
Right after, before after.
Fair enough.
So smack right into it, right? Not a 10-year gap, not a 3-year gap, right after. So I mean, I guess just a continuity wise, like they would want if they have it, why not use it?
Sure, that's fair.
Well, yeah. I'm a little lost on that, to be honest with you, but that's totally okay. Real quick here, Thanura Ravindra says, "Rip like the Siege of Mandalore, ROTS supercut," referring obviously to superhero theorists. This is the thing. I mean, look, it's entirely possible that somebody really also, disobeyed his trust and took his trust for granted.
Basically, the trust got betrayed multiple times.
Yeah. Like, for one, I understand like friends wanting to show friends certain things. I get that.
Sure.
But it's like, again,
there's who you show.
Yeah. There's no honor among thieves, especially in the age of the internet. But you know what? Maybe not all is lost because look, there's one person who clearly knows what's going on, and that person is Tom Holland, who put out on an Instagram story, "You ain't ready."
Yeah.
And in the dopest outfit you picked, thank God.
I just found someone on Twitter had that picture of him, and I'm like,
God, he
that's
picked
that's
that
pretty
picture.
fly for Tom Holland.
Damn.
We're all in agreement though. The trailer is dropping tomorrow morning, right?
Well,
Like, there's no way
I mean,
it's
that's
not.
what they're saying. That's at this point
That's
now they
what
have
they
no
were
I
choice.
mean, I believe Mikey. So.
I don't. Yeah, but you can believe him about something that was if it didn't leak today. Now who knows what's going to happen? Because again, they could make a statement out of this and be like, okay, well, now now we're going to go back and change it. We're going to recut the trailer.
Well, but that
You'll
also
get it,
doesn't.
You'll get it in 100 days, 16 days before the movie comes out. You'll get your first look.
Well, it's entirely. Well, the thing is though, they're not
GW,
gonna want to not capitalize on the hype.
Yeah.
I mean, like that is just the reality of it.
Yeah, I know what TW's talking about. Imagine he's just teasing that they're going to drop an Uncharted trailer tomorrow. Not Spider-Man.
God.
Uncharted.
Oh man, that
I would
that
die laughing.
would be hysterical. Actually, here's the thing: it's Sony's conference tomorrow because it's a 2-hour event.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure an Uncharted trailer is going to drop in the morning. So, I mean, they're probably going to be like, here's Uncharted, because that is supposedly coming. I'm sure we're probably going to get a second Morbius trailer. And then also the Spider-Man trailer. Like, there's going to be a lot going on that front. Potentially something new with Ghostbusters Afterlife, because they're going to try to energize their film slate coming out in the next year. Into the Spider-Verse too. Yeah.
I just watched that. Okay, so I made a post about it, I think, last night. No, today. About how I rewatched Into the Spider-Verse, and I don't know if I was just like half asleep when I watched it the first time. Very possible, or like what? But like this is like I forgot how good it was, and I was just like, I really do want this as a live action kind of like twisted story, and I kind of want No Way Home to do that. Like,
well, I think No Way Home is potentially going to kind of set that up. You know what I mean? There's a lot there with this movie. Obviously, Sony wants to push the multiverse and everything else, and they want to make sure it's a big deal. But I think the thing ultimately here is whatever we see tomorrow is definitely going to crack everything wide open, and it's going to be very exciting to see. Because I mean, this is Spider-Man, and this is what people want, and I don't want anyone to lose their job. Obviously, I feel like Edward Rose is currently in hiding.
Yeah, I made the joke in my video. I said he's gonna have to look for a lawyer as good as Matt Murdock because that guy's in trouble.
Oh yeah, no, he's definitely, but it's a chain. It's also going to be like, and look, the other part of that too is they may not do anything. I'm sure he's retaining representation, like. Oh shit, my life is over, please help, sort of thing. But whoever did leak that out, I mean, that's the thing for me that I'm kind of stuck on, is why TikTok? Because why
TikTok you can get people, like TikTok's becoming the new place for like short videos.
I guess
didn't the Snyder Cut trailer leak on TikTok before Fandom?
It might have been TikTok actually.
I thought it was on Twitter.
But they'll get a lot of subscribe or follows, and that leads to potentially being monetized on TikTok, which is like what a lot of people want right now because they're paying well.
Those
right?
TikTok dollars.
Oh yeah. I got to start making shorts for TikTok. There we go.
They are paying well, whereas YouTube kind of doesn't.
Yeah, because they knew.
I think that was,
and I talked about that today on Twitter. With YouTube is set to overtake Netflix in regards to revenue, but the payout for creators is still terrible.
It's so bad. It's it's.
The money does come.
Just to throw the audience, by the way, the money comes from your super chats and memberships, not from anything else.
At this point on this channel, 100%. But I appreciate that.
For instance, talking about this subject has been getting people taken down all day. That's why no one will talk about it.
Strike yet.
Yeah, that's why no one will talk about it because they were demonetizing videos of it. They were taking them down because they just didn't want this information out there, which signals that yes, it's definitely real. But again, it was pre-viz, so who knows?
Yeah, well, that's why I'm not going to show anything from it. Like the name is one thing, and it's like
Somebody posted a link to they posted on YouTube, and they were like, "Quick, watch it before it goes down." As soon as I got to it, boom, was gone.
Holy crap! It's the melon.
It is the melon.
It is the melon, yeah. Oh, that was the thing too with RJ had posted it, and that's how I saw it. And I'm sitting in my car going like, yeah. And then, but then you like grabbed the other one someone else who had posted
does
it.
anyone remember that whole Reddit leak of like the entire story? Is it safe to say at this point that maybe that was legit a leak and that was actually real?
Well, here's the thing I will say. The first act of the movie has leaked. There was somebody on Reddit 3 months ago who perfectly described scenes from this trailer, but only the first act. They shared nothing beyond the first act. They didn't share anything from the second or third.
They shared the whole thing. Like, I don't care if any. Well, I don't want to say it in case it's real and spoils it. But
no sign of Andrew or Toby in that.
Yeah, no sign of.
Well, here's the thing.
I don't think it's happening. I've been on a train. I've been on that train for a while now. I really don't think that's happening. So that's why I don't think any of those.
Well, okay, so there is an image. Well, there is an image that is that's kind of floating around right now, and it's something about the toys, and this is something I've seen pop up.
Oh God.
In the toys. I know. Like, well, because I happen to be surfing through a 4chan thread on it right now, because usually you can find whatever leaked stuff there because they don't care. I know. Rational. I'm checking the DM right now. This is the image. I'm going to bring up this image because this is not anything that's I'm worried about right now, because this is floating around the web and this is open game. So this is apparently a leaked image of the toys. And you can see here that you have the black and gold suit, which has been a thing. But that's it says Spider-Man, and then it got Spider-Man No Way Home, and that's like Toby's suit.
That's Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. It even has the silver webbing.
Right. Yeah, so it's like, but at the same time, I don't necessarily know. I mean, it's not the best quality.
Somebody did like some kind of Photoshop thing. They believe that the pictures are real, but they can't tell if the box itself was edited. If it's edited, it's one of the best fake photos I've ever seen. Well, here's the thing though. Legit. If you notice, if you compare the two toys, the one on the right of Tom's suit, it doesn't say No Way Home.
Yeah. That's what got me too.
Oh no.
This is
bullshit.
Well,
and then also
shelves.
Yeah, but then you've also got the web gear. Well, this is the only one that says No Way Home, which is why I think this is potentially.
It's not unheard of.
If even one of them is
here's the problem.
Well, I was going to say real quick. Some toys, when they come out in waves, they put the title on there. It's happened to a couple different toy lines, so it's not completely unheard of.
I just realized something.
I'm suspicious.
Well, here's a quick thing: is that if anyone works in retail, especially like if you work in retail and you have certain toys, you know that you can't. They don't tend to put them out. They have a date where they're allowed to put them out on the shelf.
They leak a lot, though. Toys leak a lot.
But those look like they are on the shelves. They're stocked, which means if they were stocked, there's a chance it's not real. Only because in retail they have a time listed when they can put them out on the shelves.
But I haven't seen any of the No Way Home like Lego action sets that we know were coming. I haven't seen those on store shelves. So, I mean, like,
I've been tried to believe it's not.
I don't think it's real. I think it's an edit. Well, now equals MCU here says that they're real. It looks good, but it's also, they could have also put it out there in a lower.
Can you bring it up again real fast?
Yeah, I'll bring it up again real quick here.
Shut up. Because because look at the bottom. There's another one. That's another angle. That's a completely different perspective. I feel like that'd be harder to fake.
Oh,
yeah. You see that? I feel like that gives it a little bit more credit, at least. Maybe a little bit more credit.
Okay. But here's the thing. You know what? Whoa, wait. Look at that again, though. But look at the angle of the hand. The angle of the hand is not the same flat. It is not the same flat. It's been angled back, but it's still not. They're not.
Can you find out when Bend and Flex came out with that toy that's right there?
That's a fair point, man. That's a fair
point. Can you find out when Bend and Flex?
Well, that's the
What
black.
are we debating if this is a real toy?
That is a black and gold suit, and that is from No Way Home.
That is a real toy.
Technically, that's from Infinity War.
I've seen that in Walmart.
No, the black and gold isn't from Infinity War. The Iron Spider suit.
Yeah,
this is from the Lego leaks were also black and gold. I feel like this whole thing is just, Yeah, when is that? What's the name of that? Bend and Flex?
Bend and Flex. That toy. Find that toy's release date, and we'll figure something out.
All right. Well, is this Bend and Flex? Is that Spider-Man Bend and Flex? Or
No, it's not. It's not Spider-Man because
Okay.
Well, like I said, they do release toys in waves. Like there was some Avengers Endgame toys that came out before the movie came out, but what happened was that the Tony Stark Gauntlet leaked out early, like about a couple of days before the movie, like about a couple of weeks, I think. So sometimes at retail they do put toys up for sale earlier than supposed to be because they get shipments.
True.
But it is, I don't know. It's a little
But-
iffy. If it's a fake, it's a really well done.
But I
fake.
think Chile and Nogata makes a great point that the toys don't really reveal anything. I mean, the toys don't really reveal too much.
Not necessarily, but they can though.
I
you
mean,
know?
they can, but these toys I see doesn't seem like it reveals really too much because we already know we're getting all 3 Spider-Mans. So it's not
true.
That's
not true.
I don't know if that's set in
We are
stone.
getting all 3 sets.
No,
We're
that's
getting
not
all
true.
3. We are 100%.
It's not
getting all 3.
confirmed though. You can't say
It's not confirmed. It's not I know
Look,
people out there want it to be, but it's not confirmed.
I think we'll at least. Here's what I think is
Are
going
we
to
going
happen.
to be let down and hate on it if it doesn't happen?
No,
People out there
they
it's going to be
will,
like
but
War
you
of the
shouldn't.
Worlds,
Yeah,
where people are
hate
going to
that.
run out into the streets and commit seppuku with frisbees.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
will be disappointed if it doesn't happen.
Chili here says it's
why?
confirmed. It's not confirmed,
It's
dude.
not confirmed.
It's not confirmed. It's
It
none
won't
of
be
it's confirmed
It
yet.
won't be confirmed until you sit down and watch the
Listen,
movie.
put it this
I hope
way.
Saggy's right.
Put it this way. When me and I can't believe RJ, you forgot this. When we looked at that entire thing, I think it was on Enosh's channel. When we were looking at that Reddit leak, and you said it only talked about the first act. No, it didn't, because it did mention something
I'm talking
that
about a
I
different
did
one.
see. Right, but I'm saying that I'm not going to say exactly what, because again, I don't want to spoil it in case it's real. But there were a lot of things that described that entire movie that we saw in this leak. So there were a lot of things that were
Okay.
from start to finish that
Well-
were in that trailer.
All right, so here's another thing with the toys, right? So see the toy, the Web Gear toy right there,
Mm-hmm.
right? So like that doesn't say No Way Home either. And then here's the actual toy.
You know what this could be?
Or here's another toy, and it doesn't say this is a No Way Home toy, but it doesn't say No Way Home on it. It just says Marvel Studios Spider-Man.
Interesting.
So
You know what happens a lot in retail is they have like the embargo dates they have embargo dates too, and they have like on the box, don't put on shelves until this time. And employees either miss it. Sometimes employees put on there on purpose and resell them, or to their friends, like, oh, I put out the new product. Or sometimes embargo date is set, and then and a retail, because these things are made in China years ahead of the actual release of the movie, so they forget to adjust the street date.
Yeah, these are
for
probably the same
product.
Tobey Maguire figures they've had around since the original Sam Raimi trilogy. Let's be honest. So,
well, I mean, I'm looking at some of the toys that they've revealed that are going to be coming, and it does feel like the only thing that's off about that image is that No Way Home. That is literally the only thing here. Yes, pretty sus. Because again, like if you look at the way that the bottom image has here, I'll remove the banner. If you look down there at the bottom image, it does not match. It's bigger, it's wider. The bottom image is bigger and wider.
you know what else
And
is different? Like the Hasbro symbol or whatever. See that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a little bit off. So I would argue that this
like I
center
said-
is not real.
Like I said, if
That
it's a-
everything else might be real, except
That's a
these
really
two
good fake if it's
centerpieces.
fake, though.
like, that's what I was gonna
Why
say.
would
If
you
this
go
is
through
fake,
this
it's really
effort?
good.
Is someone getting lots of views off this or something?
Uh,
No,
well,
people love to do this shit.
most
Have you not?
likely.
Yeah, have you not? Like, dude, Reddit is full of this kind of shit all the
okay,
time.
it's Reddit to get attention on Reddit.
Well, no,
Okay.
we don't. I mean, look, I'm speculating that it's Reddit. I'm speculating
I'm
that's
trying to
Reddit.
understand. I'm
Yeah,
trying to-
yeah,
Well,
but that is
I'm gonna-
really how that goes down.
It is.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
that's
whatever
the clever.
store that is, if that's real, oh, they're in trouble.
Yeah, but there's nothing to indicate what store could be, really. So
True.
Matt here says that's not the black and gold. It's the updated Iron Spider suit. No, there's the updated Iron Spider suit right there, but there's also a black and gold one. There is a black and gold one. We saw a black and gold one. You know what I mean? Anyway, Todd Fayer here, 20
I'm here for the
bones.
psychic readings.
Thank you. We're going to get to the psychic readings, Max. Hey, Matt, do you think bacon cheeseburgers are unhealthy every time you have had
Yes.
one? I had an
They're
upset
good,
stomach
too.
afterwards. I have not personally had that problem
They're
with
good for your soul,
with-
right?
with-
Well, your
bacon
plunger would
cheeseburgers.
disagree. Your
I like
plunger would
bacon
Those
disagree.
are-
cheeseburgers. They're good.
I like bacon cheeseburgers. I just don't eat them very often.
As
so.
someone who
That's
doesn't have a
soul food.
gallbladder, I've been told that bacon cheeseburgers are literally very, very bad for you.
Well, no. Here's the thing: they are bad for you. There's no other way around that. It's all
Yeah.
terrible for you. But everything is going to be bad for you.
Would
You
have you
know.
ever had a really good turkey burger? There's some, if it's done right.
Yeah,
the
I had
turkey burger could be
turkey
really
burgers
good.
for dinner last night. You know, I eat chicken and turkey most days. But anyway, I don't want to fucking talk about food.
But wait,
Uh,
Now I'm
but wait,
hungry. Thanks
but wait,
a lot.
I need to throw my input here.
Okay,
right?
throw your input in, Ty.
Red meat is it can be
bad. Yeah.
it can be bad in overdoing it.
Yes.
In
Anything can be
moderation,
bad.
in
over-
moderation, red meat not so bad.
How
for
did
you.
Spider-Man talk lead to this?
And then but dairy
$20.
Dairy is bad for you.
Shut up, Joe.
and we're not supposed to ingest
It's bad for your
other-
dairy.
other animals' growth hormone milk to raise.
All right, speaking of growth
10-pound
hormone
calf
milk.
into a 200-pound cow, right? We're not supposed to really ingest dairy from cows, but it's the pork, the bacon, and the cheese that are really bad for you.
Okay, you know you're
It's
really
best not to
involved in
go
farming.
down this rabbit hole, because if you really figure out everything that you're consuming, you'll make yourself sick.
As long as
that'd
I'm
be
not
another
eating cum, I think I'm okay.
Oh
It can
god.
be
All
good
right.
for you.
Oh,
I mean, well, look.
Is this,
I mean,
is this bubble tea talk again?
Derail.
God
no,
damn.
I'm just saying. I'm trying to move past the conversation because, like, literally,
Just don't
it's
eat too many.
You did
don't,
shoot
just
it, though.
don't eat too many bacon cheeseburgers. And
yeah. It just you don't. Yeah,
You
like
know
I,
what's worse? Is Army Hammer. Don't go that route.
Army.
That's
Hammer.
really not
oh,
good.
we're not
Your career-
talking about
your
potential
career-
cannibalism.
Yes, your career will
We're not
be gone,
talking about.
too.
So back
Anyway-
to Spider-Man. Back to
Anyway, back to
I
Spider-Man.
really wanted to help the. I wanted
Yeah.
to.
Thank
No,
you,
no.
thank
Army
you.
Hammer.
Anyway,
I
back
think,
to
look,
Spider-Man.
I think that
He
that
likes
we're gonna.
red meat.
Okay, Max, shut up. Who cares? Like, look, at the end of it, I think that what we're gonna see is the trailer tomorrow. I don't know if it's gonna be that trailer. It may not actually be that trailer.
They might change it.
I
They
didn't see it
They
yet.
might change it. Now.
Well, oh, you didn't watch it yet? Because the thing with that, though, the thing with that is the trailer, like the movie comes out in a few months. They're doing
December
reshoots.
17th.
116
Yeah.
days.
They're doing what's it called? Reshoots right now. There was actually just the other day in New York, you had photos of Benedict Cumberbatch, Tom Holland, Zendaya at dinner. They were actually at a little restaurant having dinner. And so those were recent. So we know those are for the reshoot, and we know that this is going to be what they're working on. I would assume that they've probably already had a trailer done months and months and months ago, because the movie was originally slated for July of this year, but because of the pandemic, they moved it back to December.
I'd also say, like, that leaked trailer provides a fascinating insight on how trailers are made, where they're already cutting the trailer months in advance, and they have certain visual effects shots they know are going to be put in, because the visual effects companies work on the shots for the trailer first, above anything else. That's what
right,
Yeah.
they work on
that
first.
trailer, those special effects weren't all
Well,
done.
because it was probably a very old one. Like, it was
That's
an
why,
old work in
right? But
progress.
that's why I also believe that trailer is legit, because they have those images that aren't actually finished. So somebody leaked what it in post. It wasn't even a finished trailer. That's why I also believe that it's pretty much real, and why also I say that leak of the story might be accurate to actually, because everything I saw in that trailer, that leak today, was listed in that leak that we went through on Reddit. So I'm pretty sure that even though you guys could say, well, they didn't confirm it, it's pretty damning that that leak on Reddit listed that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Mans were in this film, as well as their villains. And what did we see in that trailer? You know,
Not
so
them.
not them, but again, they're in it. They're in it. I can guarantee you they're in it.
it's like
the
almost like a
logic there is
90%
really ass backwards, though.
If they're in it, listen, Ty. If they are in it, and it's confirmed when we see this
That's
legit
not
trailer.
what confirmed
I'm
means,
saying
though.
when I'm saying when we see it in the official trailer. We see it in the official trailer, you have to buy me 2 bubble teas, not 1, 2.
Yeah, I don't mean to come at you so hard, but
Not a
there's
$3
line
theater
between
bubble
No,
tea.
you
That's
can
on
come at
board.
me. Come at me
Confirmed.
hard. No, I know that, but you didn't let me finish before.
You never know what you're gonna get on. Holy
Jesus.
shit.
All right.
No,
So
no, confirmed is a really like hard word to use when it comes to speculation like that, because when you do, because then that WandaVision effect happens. Because if it doesn't happen, we're contributing towards the the expectation that they're going to be in the film. And if it doesn't happen, we also contributed towards that growing expectation that never can be reached at that point. So I for one, don't want to be there. I don't.
I mean, no, and Ty makes a great point.
Doomcock said it's happening. So
oh my
Doomcock
God.
Sources.
Well, Doomcock said
all right,
it.
I'm not handling that right now, Saki. We'll bring you back in a few. Okay.
Did he consult the tarots about it?
Yeah, we're going to talk about the tarot stuff. Trust me, we're going to get to the tarot stuff here. But I do want to bring up Skywalker Brian's comment, saying that he wants to make a friendly reminder that it's been 2 years since the Marvel and Sony fiasco. And Sony lost the rights to Spidey. It wasn't Sony that lost the rights to Spidey. It was Marvel that lost the rights to Spidey. But yeah, they figured the whole thing out, obviously. There's been a rumor, there's been a massive rumor that Marvel's looking to buy just back the Sony rights from, or buy back the Spider-Man rights from Sony for like $4 or $5 billion just for those rights. And I think that would probably be a worthwhile purchase, just not right now with the pandemic. But Sony is going to want to work with Marvel as much as humanly possible, which is why, whatever happens tomorrow is only going to really benefit Marvel or benefit Sony. Let's be fair. We're all talking about Kevin Feige. We're all talking about Marvel Studios. This is a Columbia Pictures thing. Like they fucking need this.
Yeah, they do.
So if they don't, and that's the thing. So they're going to probably want to throw everything at the table. Now, Bradley here says, I highly doubt Charlie Cox is in it. I've heard that
I think he'd be in She-Hulk. I think that one would be
yeah,
because you don't want to like overload this.
I was going to say this,
or Charlie Cox could be in it, and then Andrew and Toby aren't. Because we don't know anything.
I heard Roosevelt a photo of him going around.
Roosevelt makes a good point, and me and him never agree on stuff, but lately we've been really agreeing on stuff. But Roosevelt makes a good point, is that we're not going to probably see Toby or Andrew in the trailer, because that would kind of ruin that whole surprise of like, holy crap, that they got Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, and they're all in the same universe. However, I don't know if this was real, but I saw a trailer where all three of them were together. All three.
That's not real. That's all fake. That's a fake one. Yeah. That's again.
You brought the exact point I was making up. You literally just debunked yourself by saying that, though. We are not going to get them confirmed until you go to sit down in the movie theater and watch the movie, or Disney Plus. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, you're not going to get it confirmed until somebody sees it early at a press screening, and then everyone knows about it. Yeah. Like that's, or or like behind the scenes, like, someone leaks it out, like Rise of Skywalker. And I at this point, honestly, like I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. This is a massive, massive, massive failure.
That would be
in the chain of command in regards to this trailer, why it was sent to Superhero Theorist. I mean, I don't get that at all. I mean, unless it's completely fake and someone got that, they added that in there. They wanted to screw people over.
It's 100% real. Based on the reactions of everyone in this online community who like works on scoops and's been in this game, they all were crapping themselves because they knew it was legit.
I mean, true. Okay, so kind of, and I'm not trying to go back to the.
Your audio cut out, Matt.
Did you say the Snyder cut?
Go back.
Okay, yeah. As soon as, am I back now? Am I back now?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like, remember before they announced the Snyder cut, there was a storyboard that had come out that was shared around privately amongst a lot of, you could say, the confidants.
Oh, right.
And then. Well, Lightcast, they put it out there.
Got their hands on it, and they
put it out. Yeah, they put it out. So that's the whole point. Is like, maybe someone would, maybe they're doing that. I would look. Are we ever going to be able to get the official story? Fuck no, we're not going to get the official story, and that sucks because this is one of those things where we're all like, how did this happen? And I'm not even mad. Like, I'm not mad. I'm thankful we got to see a bit of it.
Fascinating.
That's it's fascinating. I'm pretty sure.
Geeks is right though. Sony is issuing copyright strikes on Twitter. And
they have to. They have to.
Yeah, they have to. They have to.
I said that earlier.
This is the thing. It's like every time there's a strike on this stuff, it's mostly, it's mostly just all about how. Like they have to do this because of trademark. But look, there's really not much more. Okay, hold on. Skywalker Brian here says, I assume said there's not much more. He says here, I have a contact at Sony's marketing and I spoke with her today. And let's just say she told me she was not pleased. All I can say for now. That's all you can say here, but my DM is open. So, feel free to drop some of that info. But the thing is, look, I know people out there don't want to spoil the trailer. You know what? I'm going to tell you, you're not missing anything if you watch it. Like, I feel you're going to get the same level of
You
excitement.
can barely see anything anyway. Or hear anything.
I think you guys should wait to see it when it's official because, like I said, the
quality's horrible.
The quality's horrible. The special effects in it aren't even finished, so it looks overall like crap. So if you really want to, I would say you guys should just wait to see the official one because it would look a little bit better if they re-release it after it's been leaked, or they might change it up. So I would say just wait.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there's two last things I want to say about this. One is I find it really funny that the last movie ended with Peter Parker being doxxed by a VFX artist, and then this trailer was leaked by a VFX artist.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I thought you were gonna say that Spider-Man got doxxed by Mysterio because I was like, he totally did, bro. He totally got doxxed by Mysterio.
Mysterio was a VFX artist for,
but it was the other guy. But it was the other guy who got away at the end is the one who did it. Mysterio's actually dead, but it was the other guy who got away with it that we see. But the whole point, that's the joke, is just like, it seems fitting, which makes me wonder how much of this, what if this was actually, I mean, like, it's not planned. I don't want to go, it's definitely not planned. I don't want to say that. However, the last thing here I want to say on this, and this is, look, I hope Andrew and Toby are in this movie because after everything we've gone through, I would die if this was there.
Oh, that'd be great.
If this scene popped up in the movie,
oh my God,
I would laugh my ass off if that was the case.
I mean, if they do it right, it could be like a $2 billion movie, the first one.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say the reason why I really want Toby and Andrew in this movie because I feel like after Spider-Man 3 for Toby, that was a wrap. I think he needs some redemption for that. And then Andrew, I never really, personally for me, I didn't really care for him in his movies, but that's just my opinion. But I think it'd be really amazing to have both of those guys in this movie as their Spider-Man because I think they deserve some kind of like redemption in my eyes. And this would be the perfect way to do it.
It's funny you say that because Spider-Man 3 was literally all about redemption.
And it was awful.
It was not awful. I'm actually a pretty big defender of Spider-Man.
How are you a defender of Spider-Man?
I'm a defender of Spider-Man 3. It's not as bad as people make it out to be.
I like it too. I love that scene where
there's only one bad scene, really. There's only there's a
couple bad scenes.
There are a couple bad scenes, but overall the movie's not that terrible.
But I think out of all of those Spider-Man movies Toby did, that one was the worst.
Oh, of course, yeah, that's the worst.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that after that movie, we didn't really see much of Toby after that.
I also like the Amazing
I haven't
Spider-Man,
really seen much of him.
You're forgetting the Boss Baby.
He was in Boss Baby. That was 2016. Seabiscuit. Now that was 2003, I think, or whatever. It doesn't even matter. Real quick though, you did get a super chat here, Saggy. Simon Section $2 says Saggy Melons love your art design for RJ's logo. She did a very good job on that.
Oh, thank you.
It's amazing. And how did RJ jump to the top of the line?
Because they hang out.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, we hang out.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous, RJ. That's a great job, Saggy. Good job. I'm just joking. I'm joking.
He kept switching his avatar, and it kept annoying me. I was like, dude, you need something that's you.
I have to annoy you more. Okay.
No, I just wanted something for him.
Always back to Boss Baby. Yeah. What do you think I'm giving away next month, Music Man?
I didn't see Boss Baby 2 yet. I didn't see
It's good. It's good. You gotta watch Boss Baby.
It
is actually really good. It's on Peacock. It's on Peacock.
I will say I did like Boss Baby 1. It was adorable.
Can I tell you guys something?
Yeah, you haven't seen Boss Baby?
Especially if you use that voice.
I have not.
Tyler.
It's okay.
Can I tell you something? That sucks.
Yeah.
Can you put him full screen for that? I love that.
Max, shut up though.
Can I tell you something?
Yes, please do.
I watched Deepwater Horizon tonight, and I was shaking because it was so intimidating, and I was really fucking fucked up over it. I just watched it. That's how I stayed up. But I was really fucked up by that movie. It was so intense that I was shaking, and then I went up and checked my stove to make sure the gas wasn't leaking. That's how fucking fucked up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at least hopefully
it's a good movie, dude.
This snaps you back into reality.
Yeah, it was a good movie, but about a really tragic, the worst oil disaster in U.S. history. And wow, it had me shook. Still does a little bit.
I gotta
Is
check
that
that one
Mark
out.
Wahlberg?
Mark Wahlberg and Peter
Yeah,
Berg.
I think I watched that. Yeah, it was amazing, that movie.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's you know.
You don't.
I
It
just-
makes sense. It makes sense to bring it up. Gas
It has
leak,
me
Spider-Man
shook.
leak. It's kind of
Yeah. Okay.
Similar.
It does make sense. Right.
I love how Ty was just like, this movie was really great, but it fucked me up. And it's
It
like, I
did.
don't want to watch a movie that
It
fucks
fucked
me
me
up.
all right. All right.
Well,
Let's.
you
I
messed
was, like,
with my
shaking a
emotions
little
there,
bit.
Ty. You got me like really excited. Like, let me tell you something. Then you talk about
well,
tragedy.
I was gonna tell you something. I also have another thing though.
Okay.
And so can I tell you something?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I think with Marvel trying to do longer franchises, more than 3 movies now, you see it with Thor 4, and now we're getting Captain America 4. I do think they want Spider-Man around for a while, not just a trilogy. So
Yeah.
for this 3rd movie, I would introduce the multiverse, but I would go balls to the wall in the 4th film and bring Andrew and Toby in. That's how I would do it.
Yeah,
to-
that makes sense.
To last this thing out.
I say the time is now
to-
because of the Flash movie. That they want to compete, so they want to
Why-
have.
they don't have to compete with the Flash
don't-
movie.
they
They don't have to
No,
compete.
I know, but they want they do something at similar times, like Civil
Well, it's
War
still
was
gonna
the
be
same around
similar.
Batman v
No,
Superman.
no,
So
I
you
have
want to
to-
bring in.
I have to
Okay.
disagree, Max, because Marvel had, like, when Marvel started with their stuff, they kind of low key like blew DC out of the water. A lot of people became Marvel fans for a while, and then that, like, DC was like kind of trying to keep up. I think with the whole Justice League thing, that was kind of their way of kind of combating the Avengers. We all know how that went down, but I don't think Marvel's looking at DC like they're like legit competition, because DC really. I mean, Marvel really, really blew up when nobody expected it to. And their movies and their TV shows have been doing very well.
Despite all the people trying to say that Marvel is dead, because we hear that quite often.
No,
You know,
it's not dead. Like, dude,
we do
Loki,
hear that all the
WandaVision-
time, though.
Yeah, and it's stupid because it's like, dude, WandaVision, Loki, like, those were the hottest things that people were talking about for a while. Like, Marvel has been doing very well. Like, when they came out with Daredevil, even Jessica Jones was good for a little bit. Luke Cage was good for a little bit. You know, they've been killing it.
And you know what's funny is that's all Jeff Loeb, and none of that was Kevin Feige.
Yeah, Jeff
Right,
Loeb
but
did a
they've been
great
doing
job
really
with that.
well. So
So-
I have to disagree, Max. Marvel doesn't necessarily need to compete with DC. right
Max is still hyped on the. He still has food poisoning from that mother box. So he's
Oh my god!
Is this?
That was
I'm looking on Twitter.
That was the worst travesty of a
Yeah.
give out I've ever seen.
Well, I paid for it. That's a bigger.
I
travesty.
I didn't. 'Cause I got it sent
Yeah.
to me for free,
Right. You know what
And-
happened, Ty?
and I got it
I
2 weeks,
paid for it
3
ahead-
weeks after the movie.
Here's
I
what
got it.
happened. I paid for it ahead of time, and then I got invited to the premiere because you know I sources and I know people.
I got invited
No.
too.
No, I'm
So
just
I get it.
I know you get invited everywhere, but this is my story, Ty. I'm just kidding.
Can I tell you?
What?
something?
Oh my
So-
God, I want to move the hell on. Let's go.
I pre-ordered for the mother box, and then because
brought
I
the
was
mother
part of the
box.
premiere, I got another mother box, and they saw that I pre-ordered one and paid for the money, and they canceled my free one. So I paid for that shit, and I could have got it free.
And
And
you
it
got
almost
3 weeks after?
killed you. Can I
Yeah,
tell
and
you-
then I was really sick.
Max, can I tell you something?
You just wanted to go home.
Yes, anytime.
Matt wants to move on.
I want to move on.
We've been wanting to move on.
I want to move on.
No, I
Because-
mean that I do
Right
say
now.
I had to go like
Yeah, and we
2:32.
but we
That's
got
my
if we're
fault.
gonna cover the other part of this,
Okay, I'm
we
sorry.
have got to get on it.
I'm sorry.
All right. So
I-
thank you
please
for
apologize.
the no, it's all good. It's all good. I want to talk about this motherfucker who cries, the boy who cried, the doomcock, the dipshit, the dumbass, the dunce, the fabricator, the liar,
He's
doomcock,
terrible.
whatever his
Is he
name
evil
might
that
be. I don't know.
The pinhead. That's
What is he, a metal beetle?
No, he's like basically like a walking toilet
Trash
bowl.
penis
man.
head. Dick, can I say
He's a trash
dickhead?
man.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yes, you can swear here. So
Why would
anyway,
he say
He's a
so
garbage content creator.
it's very garbage. So last night, if you guys were here on the show for episode number 56, Mikey Sutton was here dropping all sorts of stuff about Star Wars, and he mentioned Kathleen Kennedy, and he mentioned that Kathleen Kennedy would not be getting fired. In fact, they were going to be extending her contract, and they're going to be doing all that stuff. And that really that apparently really bothered Doomcock, who had to come out today and make a video on it, right? He had to come out and address it, saying, "Is Kathleen Kennedy rising from the grave? Here's my response to this rumor." So the man who manufactures rumors literally just plucks them from thin air. Heard on my show, which all of these people they refuse to say my name. They refuse to give to credit where this thing came from, but that's fine. I'm, whatever. I'm cool with it. I'm laughing because they know that it was me, but they don't want to say my name because they don't want anyone to come and actually.
You're the boogeyman.
I'm the boogeyman to those guys, and that's great. And so they're talking about this now. Doomcock comes out and starts calling Mikey Sutton woke. Right? Starts calling him woke. And now remember that whole thing with Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers saying like all of these people will eventually just expose themselves. Mm-hmm. This is kind of the same thing. So Doomcock put out this video and then he followed it up with an echo chamber live stream. Like, I think it's still going on even right now, actually.
Of course, he's collecting money for buyers.
Oh, dude, we're talking $50, $100 super chats he was getting.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you. No,
you're joking, right?
No, I'm not joking. He's offline right now, but he was getting that earlier. And again, that's fine. That's his audience. They want to waste their money. That's all cool. But the thing is they were giving him that money because they believe him, because he has perpetrated the big lie. And these people, they want to believe that Kathleen Kennedy is gone. She's not coming back. That Star Wars is going to be retconned. The sequel trilogy is going to be disregarded and destroyed. Gina Carano is magically going to get her job back. That is not ever going to happen. All of these things Doomcock says. He puts it out in a video. It's one of the funniest damn things I've ever seen. But before, oh my God, I just got to get to this one here. Todd, you love to derail things. $20. Thank you. Do you think Batman has ever been in love with an actual bat?
Yes.
No.
I don't know.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
He loves yes.
No.
The reason that he is a bat is because it's what he fears the most.
Yeah. So then again, we are sometimes sexually attracted to what we also fear.
It didn't start from Wuhan.
Yeah, I'm afraid of RJ and I'm sexually attracted to him.
Oh wow! There you go, RJ.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
Wow.
RJ's like,
Thank you.
coming up to Boston. And then Ty's like,
moved on from Ty.
Ty, look at him right there too. He's got that.
He yelled at me tonight.
I know he did.
Look at him. He's got that look.
That's not what you like. That's not what she likes.
He yelled at me.
All right. Anyway, so we had all this shit going down last night with Mikey Sutton and talking about Kathleen Kennedy. And Doomcock loses his mind about this stuff. I actually so before we dive into it, Mikey actually sent me a statement to read.
Oh wow!
Why it's like 8 paragraphs long? I have no fucking idea. But this is what he sent me.
It's like Gina from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and Holt's like, I can't read all this.
Okay,
I can't read all. I'm going to go through it though as fast as I can because he asked me to prepare this as a way to kind of counter what Doomcock. You guys are going to hear what Doomcock says. So he says here, Disney will renew Kathleen Kennedy's contract as Lucasfilm president at the end of October. Sources indicate there will never be any discussion to fire Kathleen Kennedy despite rampant online speculation and rumors. Furthermore, although 2019 Star Wars Rise of Skywalker was a critical disappointment, Disney is adamant about extending Kathleen Kennedy's run as Lucasfilm president. Admittedly, Kathleen Kennedy's years at Lucasfilm generated controversy within certain segments of Star Wars fandom, while 2015's Star Wars The Force Awakens became the biggest domestic box office smash of all time, earning $936.7 million. The sequels delivered diminishing returns. Nevertheless, 2017 Star Wars The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker each earned over $1 billion global. One insider argued that the original trilogy sequels, 1980's Empire Strikes Back and 83's Return of the Jedi, couldn't top 1977's initial Star Wars either, which is actually very true. Neither of the films, the sequel films, actually outperformed A New Hope. Yeah. And that's again, that's crazy, but it's true. Going on to say, Mikey says, a number of vocal fans, however, slashed and burned creative decisions in The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker. It's not like Kathleen wrote or directed any of those films, the source explained. In Disney's minds, they brought in billions to their bank account, which is true. After all, even 2016's Rogue One raked in over $1 billion globally. Moreover, Disney credited Kathleen Kennedy for huge success of the Mandalorian series on Disney+. In fact, The Mandalorian invigorated the popularity of Star Wars, creating several spin-offs like The Book of Boba Fett and Ahsoka. Disney doesn't want to lose Kathleen, the source acknowledged. By 2020, the movie she produced had made over $7.5 billion in the United States. In fact, she's only behind Marvel Studios chief Kevin Feige and legendary director Steven Spielberg in that regard. And again, that's true. The movies she has produced, that she has overseen, have pulled in $7.5 billion in the United States by 2020. Disney was impressed at her ability to make Star Wars a more diverse, inclusive franchise. Death words to the fandom menace. That's my injection. Bob Iger, executive chairman of Disney, and Bob Chapek, his successor as CEO, are supportive of Kathleen Kennedy as Lucasfilm president. Disney previously extended her contract for another 3 years in 2018. That expires on October 31st. According to another insider, Kathleen Kennedy won't be Lucasfilm president at this point, only if she decides to retire. Disney strongly believes she will continue guiding Star Wars to greater heights. In addition, she will have the power she's always had. And then, of course, she began her producing career with 1982's E.T. the Extraterrestrial. It's not like she hasn't been around for 40 years working with Spielberg.
And she is a good, hands down. And listen, I don't really know who Mikey. Oh, I don't. I only know Mikey Sutton from a little bit recently, and I have much more respect for him than Doomcock, just by that, what I've heard about him. You know, I have much more respect for Mikey Sutton's stuff than Doomcock, just off the bat.
Mikey certainly conducts himself.
There's a level of integrity there, whether you want to believe him or not. There's a level of integrity there.
Just to preface it, and Kathleen Kennedy is simple facts. The facts remain that she has done a good job at making money for the company that she works for.
That is very true. And there's one thing I want to bring up before we dive into the video here. I did happen to find this today on 4chan. I thought was really funny. And this is a thread saying, what the fuck, Doomcock bros? Oh, hold on. There it is. I forget it's not on this now. What the fuck, Doomcock bros? And isn't this the guy who says she's been getting fired for any day for like a year?
Well,
has it only been a year?
A lot of those videos myself. I don't.
But this thing is, but Max, you stopped.
Comment here. I like the second one.
Oh, has it only been a year? I feel like I've been hearing this clickbait. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. This is a great little post right here that circulates around for Doomcock. 2017 rumor: Kathleen Kennedy may announce her successor. Again in 2017, she's fired from Lucasfilm and Disney over Last Jedi and Solo Bomb, but that was actually 2018. And then all of these ones here, these are all actual rumors from Kathy right now. Right? That's all this is. All of this right here that he has said about Kathy. These making fun of him directly, but this is everything he says. I love this here. Don't worry, he'll be right this time.
I have to admit, I started the rumor initially on YouTube.
By the way, can I point something out to
I did.
you, Matt?
Go check out my channel.
What?
I thought it was funny when you were like, "Why didn't Mikey write so much?" I'm like, "Isn't he a writer?"
Yeah, no, he is a writer. I also think that's going to be an article for his website, but I think he gave me the copy first. And then look, even going on from Star Wars to Star Trek here, 2018, 2019, all of these things that he says about Star Trek.
And he manufactures lies to produce content that is unlike other people's because he is propagating it, and people believe him, or they desperately want to believe him so much that they fucking get lost in it.
They do, because they're so wrapped up in their own anger. But even Ketwalski, a Star Trek YouTuber, baited him with fake Star Trek leaks last year, and he took them and he ran with them. But as his fans always say, "Oh, it's just a rumor. It's just a rumor." Dude, he took it and he claimed it was his sources when he was just sitting there and reading it off of 4chan. A lot of this crap, look, this guy is a liar, to the nth degree, and it's proven time and time and time again. But of course, I thought this whole thing was really funny. I was laughing my ass off at this thread because even I pop into the TV on 4chan to look to see what they're talking about every couple of days, and I've seen a lot of threads pop up about Doomcock or Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, how that crowd is just mocking them repeatedly for their nonsense. And that is when you get on the other side of those guys, you know that they're going to start really watching you and making fun of you.
Yeah,
and
know
that
you messed up if you're on their bad side.
Yeah. And Mikey just messaged me saying, yeah, the article is going live tonight. That's what I thought, Mikey. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for
By
that,
the way,
Mikey.
I have a source that has told me, now this is true. My sources have told me, and this is exclusive, guys, in the chat. Doomcock, I know who he is. Okay. Doomcock is a collective of squirrels that make this whole suit and the mask. It's all squirrels, guys. He's not a real person. He's just a manufacturing of Disney. He was imagineered, okay, by Disney, and he's just a bunch of squirrels. That's what keeps him up. And in the face, the mask, that is a robotic thing. Like I said,
That would be cute.
By
He's
Disney.
not
So
Well, that would explain the fascism.
No, I think fake news saggy. I've seen him in a car with Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers.
He's a real person. All right. So I know we don't have a lot of time left for Max. I want to dive in. So look, the thing is we all know Doomcock is full of shit. What I want to play for you guys here real quick after Command Unit says, I got to get to this one. For your daily dose of 40K, do you want something dark but short or funny but long? Because the length of this next bit, let's go something dark but short. I appreciate the 40K. And then, of course, hold on here. McLeod with $5. Doomcock / the Phantom Menace are the equivalent of QAnon. My Pillow Guy. And Trump supporters who believe that Trump will be reinstated as president any day now. I know at this point they might as well run with the narrative that Trump is actually going to end up taking over for Kathleen Kennedy now that Bob Chapek is in with his 5D chess. Clearly coming out of Orlando, he's clearly a Republican, true Trump supporter. Trump 2024, make Star Wars Trump again. That's what I feel things are going to be. So thank you very much for that. All right. So this is
agenda item.
Hold on. This is autoplay.
Agenda.
Yeah. So Doomcock. Okay. So let me preface this. So Doomcock did a live stream tonight, and I jumped in for a second to like make fun of him, and I got right around this time. And I ended up getting banned in the chat from one of his mods because, hey, free speech people, they love that free speech stuff, kind of. But I went back and I wanted to listen to it again. I wanted to catch his little bit here. This clip goes on for 20 fucking minutes. And the reason why I want to play all of it is I want you to seriously listen to the shit that they are saying. It is. I sat here, my mouth agape, as I was waiting for I kept waiting for a good place to end the clip, and they kept going. So here's the thing. I want you guys to listen to what Doomcock says and everything else, because this is what the Fandom Menace actually believes, in my opinion.
Well, you know what's interesting is Gary and Jeremy have distanced themselves from Doomcock. Or Doomcock, or whatever he's called.
I mean, remember, Jeremy did say this.
But if you believe Doomcock's rumors, that's great. I don't.
But Midnight's Edge has not.
Now, that is true.
Tom, but also Andre talks with them too.
And we have a great...
Pasha. Yeah, they're
all connected. Cameron Pasha shows up, Max.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Cameron Pasha shows up. And
by the way,
and Tom...
I know the person in the middle down below next to Tom.
Yeah, Polly.
Yes, I love Polly. Polly's an amazing guy.
Polly doesn't say anything like this entire clip. He sits there silent for 20 minutes.
Yeah,
so
why do you think that Doomcock doesn't show who he is? Because he perpetrates lies. Right? He has no other reason to hide from anybody.
I don't know. There's
the fact that he no. There's no other reason.
Well, there are a lot of YouTubers who are kind of anonymous and they just don't want.
You can be anonymous without making a gimmick out of it.
Max wears a mask, so
thanks, Ty.
You can, but he makes a complete gimmick out of the whole thing, like how he's this fucking not real, at least from what I've gathered, right?
Yeah, from the center of the earth.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah. But I mean, some people want their privacy as well.
I don't give a fuck about any of that. I don't care about any of that. What I care about is the
legitimacy of the reporting.
He's
a fucking liar.
It's the legitimacy of the reporting is what I care about. That's legit. I don't give a fuck. He could sit there. He could be a transgender otherkin who identifies as a fucking attack helicopter, who believes that St. Patrick's Day is the only day out of the year he can get an erection. I don't care. He could have a multicolored rainbow haircut and preach to Karl Marx for all I give a shit. I don't care about any of that. What I care about is the legitimacy of reporting and the fact that he makes this crap up. And again, when we get into this, the Korane guy here, the witch in residence, this is the kind of shit he believes. This is the kind of shit Doomcock believes, and listen to what he says. But we do get a couple quick super chats. God damn it, I gotta get to. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. But anyway, Simon here says Doomcock Doomcock is Squirrel Girl. I thought he'd be cuter. We all did, but sadly no.
Brian Ward on the show in the future. He's in the chat making StarWars.net. I would love.
Yeah, and Jason Ward. Yeah, I asked Jason if he wanted to come on tonight, and he said no. So,
love to get in the future.
But yeah, I want to get Jason on. We want to chit chat with you definitely. And then Command Unit here says Daily Dose Battlefield. Okay, we'll watch that afterward. Thank you very much for that.
I do have to dip, Matt, before you
Yeah. All right, RJ. I know, man, you got school in the morning. Thank you very much for your work tonight. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, of course, dude. I'm going to look forward to catching this replay because I'm sure it'll be full of nonsense.
Yeah, it's going to be wild. All right.
RJ.
Thank you. McLeod here with $5 says the Doomcock / Fandom Menace are once again like Trumpsters in the way that they care about freedoms of speech only when it works for them and not both ways. And then also, if you like democracy only when it goes your way, you don't actually like democracy, which is a great quote to talk about this. All right, let's get the fuck into this clip because I'm just going to play it for a little bit and you guys can react. But like, if you need me to pause it, I'll pause it. Otherwise, because it's so long, we're just going to kind of dive right in. Let's go there.
5-minute intervals.
Yeah, we'll do like a few minutes here. Yeah, we'll stop.
Breakdown is Kathleen Kennedy. Now, Mike Sutton, in a little bit of a live stream appearance around August 9th or 10th, like dropped a message about Kathleen Kennedy, that her contract was going to be renewed, etc., and so on. I hit up my one of my best sources, who is kind of Johnny on the spot back there, and this source claimed that Mike Sutton is basically in with the woke crowd, and that he's kind of having a little bit of wishful thinking here.
Oh my goodness.
Again, there's no evidence. There's never any bit of evidence on
the
this.
woke crowd means he's wrong.
How is Mikey woke? I don't understand where they
that doesn't even matter. That this is how indoctrinated they are. See, because he's with the woke crowd, he's automatically wrong.
But
this is
Why does that have
tribalism.
What do the two have in common?
What
Nothing.
Crowd? What crowd?
Mikey, you're woke as
Mikey's right here saying ha 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 ha.
What woke cult? What woke?
Why does being woke make you
talk about
wrong?
you? Are you woke?
No, but that's the thing. But that again, in this community that they have built, in this echo chamber that they built, that's why this whole thing is a
women don't exist, right?
Well, women exist only if they serve to benefit the men. That's generally about it.
The point that we have women,
right? Hence why his name is
whamming.
Right.
We love you, Mikey.
So you've got all that. You've also got the situation here where they have to cope, seethe, and dilate, essentially, because that's really all they're able to do. And again, this whole segment here is just coping with what Mikey has said. That's really what it is. The Great White Dope here says this show sucks, man. LOL. Good night. Hey, thanks for coming in. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
If it really did, you wouldn't have to say it.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, that's free speech, though. You can say it.
Yeah, you can say it. I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that. We're gonna laugh at this shit. Yeah. He's still watching. He's gonna sit there and like just hit that dislike button.
He is a Great White Dope. Yeah, very accurate. I know it's.
Oh yeah. So let's again. This is Doomcock straight up like just trying to really trying to fight back against the thing that Mikey said that apparently broke his brain.
I beat the bushes. I've contacted a lot of people and I've not been able to hear anyone. No one has been able to confirm this except for Mike Sutton. And I kind of hit up this same source again, kind of berating them last night and begging for further information, because they did say earlier that, this week, Kathleen Kennedy is doing a full court press, trying to suck up to the Bobs, the killer bees, as the source calls them, and
Never mind the fact, real quick here, Bob Iger is on his way out. He's the chairman of the board. He doesn't have any actual authority over the company outside of, overseeing what the board might do in regards to some of the higher end stuff. But Chapek is running the day to day. So it's like, that doesn't make any sense. Again, it's just creating
put
this
your
false
money
narrative.
where your penis mouth is, Doomcock. If you really think Mikey Sutton's full of shit, put some money on the line. After this year, we'll know the truth, won't we? And then what are you going to do? He's calling Mikey out.
Well, no. Here's the thing, though. But you'll listen to the goal. There is a point down the road where the goalpost starts to move.
What happens when? Okay, if Mike's got it right, and she opts to reinstate or extend, I should say.
That's not what I want either. But
no, but if she opts to come back and extend her deal, what happens to this Doomcock community? Does that just mean, hey, it's happening after this? That's what we meant the whole time.
Right.
That we didn't mean it was happening now. We meant that it was happening. It's this doesn't mean anything. She's still getting fired.
Yeah.
Was that what's going to happen?
It's not. Well, what they're saying is not that she's going to get fired. It's it's that she's going to be there, but they're going to kind of corner office her where she has like no power. That's what they say. That's how they're explaining it away. See, what they're doing is they're establishing all of these end games that they can just kind of pick one outcome that they've already kind of established as being quote unquote real. And that's how they do this. So anyway, let's got to get to the crazy shit. So let's go on.
Reverse course on this. But the source said thus far, no luck with it. And then I got some further information today that I'll probably be making another video about, but we've got some great experts here. And first of all, I know this is unconventional, but I think it's interesting. We're going to go to our witch in residence, Carion himself. Carion, tell people what you did and what the result was.
Well, as per the boss's request, I have, always been keeping an eye on the mystical side of things when it comes to pop culture. And so I did a little bit of...
Yes, the mystical...
Well, I mean, he completely attacks another person's credibility, and then this is the follow-up right after.
Yeah, I know. Like, Mikey Sutton is woke. Hey, let me talk to you, sir. You are a witch, correct? Yes, I am. I like to pay attention to the mythical side of the pop culture art. You tell me exactly.
What was that, dude? What was that? This
Pop
right
culture
there.
Ninjutsu.
That right there. Just that one comment. I had zero respect for you already. Now I have even less.
Oh. Just listen.
Reading on Kathleen Kennedy's future.
Oh my god!
So that's what came up for her.
Are they being serious or is this a joke?
And the worst.
No, they're being legitimately serious, Max. This is not. This is not a joke. This is not a bit.
I mean,
this is not a bit.
They are the joke. They're not having.
This is not a bit. This is legitimate. Like, okay, look. If this was a joke, Polly right there. Watch Polly's expression throughout the entire 20 minutes. It is like he shouldn't even be on camera.
A live stream or is
this was a
clip
live
out
stream
video?
tonight. This was tonight.
Poor
Is he
Paul.
gonna
I can't believe
privatize it?
I can't believe
I don't know. It's up right now. You can find it.
Well, Scotty, to be fair, we all have friends in this fandom group.
I know that.
But this is why the bullshit's perpetuated. People don't call him out.
I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, Paulie, even somebody in the chat's like, why is Paulie there? Because I know Paulie. He is an amazing person, and I love him, and I'm not judging him, but it's like, oh, poor Paulie. He must have felt
these
so
assholes leech
awkward.
on the good people, and they try to absolve their bullshit by collaborating with legit people. So if you think Paulie's legit,
no, Paulie is legit. He's not
okay.
about this. He's not. That's why I'm wondering why he's on this panel. Because
that's probably why
Paulie is very he's not about this kind of craziness.
Oh,
Paulie's probably there. Does Paulie have his own channel?
Yes, Paulie has a great channel.
Then what he's doing is trying to get the audience that's
I mean they had 2,000
the network and Doomcock has an audience that's so fucking Doomcock
there's
has
a lot of money and followers not calling this
$5,000 super chats. Like I would want that
too.
Well,
the thing is, Kelvington doesn't say a word
Next
here.
week,
Tom from Midnight's Edge doesn't say a fucking word. Like literally for the first 17 minutes, he doesn't say a word. He just sits there. Polly just sits there looking like, oh my god, why am I here? Deer in headlights sort of thing. I don't know. I don't know anything about Polly here, but I love the question here from AG. Is Corion a good witch or a bad witch? I'm gonna say a dumb witch. How about that? How about that? I should reach out to Polly and save him from Doomcock. I don't know who this guy is. If he wants to come on,
I don't want to reach out to him.
I don't know.
No,
Maybe
Polly?
Saggy.
Temper-
Saggy
No,
says she has a
around
Saggy
Twitch.
brags about having a mouth that can change lives. So maybe she can
I'm not
talk
against
to him.
Switches either, but I
I like
don't
his
know.
hat.
We were
He's
talking.
got
They
a
were talking
dope
about
hat.
Polymax, not the other guy.
RJ, we're not to the good part yet. So
This isn't the
so
good
stick
part.
around. Oh no.
God damn it! I gotta get to
Card
bed.
on the tarot deck is the tower. It is basically the exact symbol of
He's like,
collapse,
what
of
the fuck's
decay,
going on?
destruction.
He scratched his
Basically
nose.
doom.
That's a tell. He's
And
taking a
what
drink.
came up for Kathleen Kennedy's future?
The tower.
So after going through all the cards and doing my reading, I've come pretty much to
This is
the
a fucking
conclusion
joke.
that these sort of rumors tend to float around right near the end of a war, where, for example, in
All this war
Korea,
talk.
just before the armistice, there were all kinds of rumors floating around how China had, summoned up a 1,000,000-man army and was going to be pushing down the walls, and the whole country was going to be overrun any moment. And on the other side of things, of course, the Chinese had thought that the Americans had somehow convinced other nations to send even more army. But of course, really all of this was a prelude to an armistice. I think that's what we're seeing here. It's the last gasps of a regime falling and a regime changing.
By the way, wait, real quick before you do that, I just want to say to people who are saying, please don't message Paulie or tell him anything. Like, Paulie's a grown man, and I'm not gonna say anything. I love Paulie. Just leave Paulie alone. Let him do what he does. Just don't.
Don't message anyone on this panel. Like,
It's not going to be good for your health.
No, I just don't want people bothering Paulie. I mean, he does what he does.
He doesn't look extremely happy at this moment either.
No, it's one of those things where it's like you're kind of caught.
drink.
Yeah, you're caught in this weird scenario. But I do want to highlight this super chat here from Ryan. It says it's like that South Park episode about Scientology. This is what the fandom menace actually believes. Which is very, very true.
Good movie talk, and I got to go. It's 2:30. I got to cut myself off.
All right, man. Well, listen in bed and chat. Like
this is the most, but seriously.
Shh, my dog.
My
dog won. Damn it. Bye.
All right. See you later, Max.
Max.
Thanks for coming in, buddy.
Dude, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh no. This is only the beginning.
I thought this was a joke when you said it.
No, I wasn't kidding.
I thought you were joking.
No,
This dude is fucking really reading tarot cards, trying to confirm that that's real.
We're not even to the crazy part yet. That is what I'm talking about. I keep saying that, and I'm totally right.
Are you gonna Deepwater Horizon me?
Let's get.
You're not gonna go to bed tonight. You're gonna sit there, just lay in bed and go, what the fuck did I watch? McLeod here with $5. Thank you, man. Says I know real Wiccans and they wouldn't say stupid garbage like corn on a spouting. Oh, again, we haven't quite gotten to that yet. This is command unit here. Less salt, more wholesome. 40K. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it here. There's just, again, this is what these people, this was going out to like 2,000 people. That's my whole point. The people who believe this are like legitimately just gone. But anyway, let's
They're like
continue.
fucking drooling. And
That is in line with the earlier remote viewing that you did. Didn't you do a remote viewing and you saw something that was interesting? You were looking at Kennedy's office, metaphorically speaking, or something?
Yeah, did you catch that? Remote viewing.
What does that mean?
Oh, let him explain. Let him explain.
Yeah, so one of the tools I use is, if you want to consider it like a crystal ball, it's actually called the Black Mirror. It's a piece of glass, obsidian glass polished down, so that you can almost see through time and space with it if you're very, very careful. U.S. military called it remote viewing. We call it scrying. There's a lot of names for it. And I did some digging and tried to find Kathleen Kennedy's office at Lucasfilm. And where Kathleen Kennedy's office should have been, Kevin Feige, not Kevin Feige, Jon Favreau, thank you, Favreau was taking meetings. So that's what I've got for you.
So that is an interesting little mystical aside. Take of it what you will. But the thing is that I have not been able to confirm this with anyone. In fact, people have said To the contrary, we're going to have Cameron Pashaw on as soon as he can pop in. He's on his way. So we will be adding one more to this, one more star in this firmament of the heavens. But for now, I can say that I've not been able to confirm this with anyone. Now, one of the
how would he be able to confirm
you can't
it?
confirm it with anyone because you don't have anyone.
What do you mean? The magic person just confirmed it with his magic mirror.
With his black mirror.
With this
Come
black
on.
mirror for
Get the
remote
fuck outta
viewing.
here, dude.
It's polished obsidian into a glass. It's like looking into what's the thing that Saruman used in in Lord of the Rings, you know, or what is it? The isn't there like something like the pensieve in like Harry Potter or some shit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's nuts. But again, it does get a little crazier. These guys, like at this point in time, you could 5150 anyone talking. I want to say talking, you know, like this is, here's RJ. What the fuck?
Dude, I mean, this is bad.
This is bad. I sat here for 20 minutes by myself. Like
these people are like need speaking. The ones that are speaking need like actual help if they really believe this stuff, because not like, but okay, maybe I shouldn't say that. Okay, I won't.
No, that's like, here's the thing. It's like people.
They may
like,
need
people,
psychiatric help.
I'm just so sad they dragged poor Polly into this.
It's it's a thing. It's a thing. So let's continue because I think we're only at like we still got like 15 minutes to go.
Arguments that I've heard some speculation from some other sources saying, well, if this does happen, and Midnight's Edge did a fantastic video on this, by the way, absolutely fantastic work, as they always do. And I'm going to bring Tom into this in just a sec. But there's been speculation that, well, you know, the delays with Indiana Jones 5, Chapek might, here we've got Cameron Pashaw. Hello, Cameron. Good to see you.
Perfect timing. You're just about to talk about the topic of the day, apparently.
I was, and here you are, like a djinn, boof. You know, Johnny on the spot. You have.
Well, before you jump in, I just want to say the black mirror technique that I was hearing just before I came on is an ancient technique, and it actually we Sufis have used it. My grandmother knew how to use that technique to peer into other realities and futures, and so that was very interesting for me to hear.
So this is
off the bat, we know who Cameron is.
Yeah. Oh, nuts. He's a nut job. He's a complete nut job.
We know right away that he's off his rocker as well. Great. Fucking idiots. I think we lost Matt.
Good.
I'll keep going.
I'm looking up black mirrors.
Yeah, please. Can you find out what if they're little crystal balls, or if it's like if it's a slab of like?
No, I think it's like just like a it's like just a polished obsidian. I don't quite know yet. You know, here, hold on, I'll look it up.
No, I found it. I found them on Amazon.
They're sold on Amazon as well.
Oh yeah. Okay.
they're that ancient. They're that rare, but they're sold on Amazon.
Yeah, don't you know it's like the what is it? The old crystals, right? Or the Himalayan salt, you know what I mean? That kind of stuff. This is according to Google what it looks like here. So that witch there has got himself one of these that he's polished, and he stares into it really hard. I'm not going to say if he's on peyote or not when that happens, but he was able to look into this black glassy-eyed something, and then peer into Kathleen Kennedy's office. Doesn't say where. Doesn't know where she is. Doesn't know anything. Doesn't know if she in Marin County or is she in Los Angeles. Doesn't know, but just knows that Jon Favreau is in her office taking meetings. That is what his remote viewing experiences showed him. And look, I just want to know, does this come with fucking picture-in-picture? Because that would be dope as fuck.
So the definition of skyring, which is what he's talking about, or remote viewing, is also known by various names such as seeing or peeping.
Well, Cameron, if
Oops, hold on.
down the road you would.
Sorry.
is a practice of looking into subtle medium in the hope of detecting significant messages or visions. The objective might be personal guide, prophecy, revelations, or inspirations. But down the ages, scrying in various forms has also been a prominent means of divination. I can't say that. Yes, that. And or fortune telling, but basically it's I don't see somebody.
But it's not a way to confirm where someone's office
right. I don't think it's like
Yeah.
a way to confirm. It's not supposed to be. If we're talking about Wiccan, it's not supposed to be used to like. I wonder what's going on
in the pop culture world.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah.
use my witch powers.
I mean, look, to be fair, that guy looks more like he's the kind of guy who'd be like, where is Lindsay Lohan? Where is Lindsay? Let me polish this to find Lindsay, you know? And then what it really is he's got like a poster of her on the wall, but he just angles the stone enough to where it reflects on that. And he's like, oh, Lindsay. And then he just, you know, he just takes care of himself.
That's honestly what he could be doing with fucking Kathleen.
And that's fine. If you want to whack off to Lindsay Lohan reflection in an obsidian glass, I'm not going to kink shame you. But like, come on. I agree with McLeod here. Saying here, this guy comes off as someone who runs their life solely on the wisdom of Magic 8 Ball or the magic conch from SpongeBob, which is like so
well, it
true.
just seems weird
So
because
bad.
even
need to
if
get a
you-
drink. Don't start this.
I won't.
Okay, so it's like even if you say for instance, even if you believe in the supernatural and spiritual and believe in Wiccan, it's not meant to be used like that. It's very weird that Wiccans are about spirits and nature and things like that. It's not to be used to spy on people's offices to see if they're still employed with a company. It's like
Yeah, like I mean, like I kind of figure like it's Wiccans or witchcraft is generally about nature. I don't understand how like wanting to use it to find the mystical world of pop culture. I just don't get that. Now I think what Simon here says for $5, thank you. It says so that Black Mirror episode from the Fandom Menace will decide Kathleen Kennedy's multiple fate-like clue. Pretty much. Although Lord Slug here, I think has a great quote. This is the Fandom Menace version of The Craft. Yeah, pretty much, man.
It is. It's just weird because again, like if I've dived into different religious practices and I've read books about Wiccans and pagans and things like that. When it comes to Wiccan and pagans, it's like every people really have this thing where they think they know what it is. It's like, no, look, using it for personal gain is like some of the books I read. They say it's not meant to be used for a personal gain to that extent. It's more about spiritual. Like I actually saw a woman today at work who said that her and her friends were going to go do a moon ritual before the full moon tonight. So I mean, I don't think they're going to the full moon. Like I wonder if Kathleen Kennedy is still
in the left corner or the right corner.
Yeah.
Is she still
Who's in it
employed
right
with the
now?
moon? Like no, that's not what Wiccan should be doing. That's not what they do.
No, you know what? You're super right in saying that. Listen, there are like Wiccans and like witches and stuff like that practice like that spiritual kind of stuff. And listen, I'm in Alcoholics Anonymous, and like it's all about God and stuff. But I'm not really a big God person. But there are people that practice it in like those kind of ways and like cast simple spells like that. Like it's like trying to will something like or give good energy so that they can have success. In reality, it's like it's putting your mind in a place where you're will achieve that at that. It's different.
I met a Wiccan once
This
on like
is not what it's fucking supposed to be used for. It doesn't make sense how. Oh God.
I don't know. I met a Wiccan once on like one of those like dating like phone chat lines, and she was like, "I can cast a spell to make your dick bigger," and I'm all like, "What? Like, where are you? Like, how?"
Did it work?
No comment. But we talked for a while. No, I mean, I thought that was the weirdest thing.
It depends what she meant, because I mean, she could have made it bigger from when it was sitting flaccid.
Yeah. She didn't specify. But
That's
apparently,
where it
I
is.
just needed to send her like $20.
Yeah. And then she shows you her boobs.
There you go. This was on the phone. This she was like 60 miles away. It was so weird. The early 2000s in the dating scene before the internet stuff. Anyway,
You paid it. Come on.
I didn't pay it. No,
Yes, you did.
I'll trust me. Now Dio here says in his next video, Doomcock will have astral projected into Kathleen Kennedy's body and am in complete control of Lucasfilm. That is something I'm waiting for. I'm legitimately waiting for it at this point, because that seems about accurate. Like he's gonna sit there again, because he makes a claim here coming up that totally backs that phrase. Let's see here. Command says suddenly 40K. That's basically the video from yesterday. You know what? Things happen. We're gonna get the 40K,
What does
man.
that 40K mean?
40 Warhammer 40K. Warhammer 40K.
We watch it every time before we end the stream.
Yeah, generally, because Command Unit here is a big fan. He likes to talk about that. But all right, let's dive back in.
Ever like to learn that technique? I would be glad to share it with you and give you some, a little bit of insight into perhaps the way your grandmother was able to do things. That would be a wonderful thing.
I will reach out to you in the private chat, but I don't want to interrupt Doomcock's flow, because we're just getting to the interesting thing that the chat wants to hear about, and I have my opinions on it as well.
Yes, well, but see, now y'all have sucked me into this because...
Well, look at him. Look at the smile on Cameron's face. It doesn't break.
He is literally like, he is projecting something. Like he's on, like he's probably fucking high on like speed or something. He's like sitting there like...
He just has this this smile that doesn't go away. It's just nuts. But let's go on.
Look at Cameron versus Saggy's friend.
Yeah.
Tell me which one is the supporter and which one isn't.
Yeah. Which one's like, I'm so happy to be here, versus the other one of like, why God am I here?
I think Paulie's probably just like, I have no idea what they're talking about. I'm just gonna sit here and look handsome with my amazing, beautiful face and gorgeous. I love Paulie so freaking.
Well, then you can just stare at him while we look at this. And
I
laugh.
am going to, yes, because Paulie's awesome.
I want to hear what Cameron has to say.
You want to hear what?
I want to hear more about what Cameron thinks.
Let's get into some of the 5D stuff.
I know for a fact that these kinds of techniques do work. I mean, there are many rituals, there are many specific tools that one can use. I personally have played around with chaos magic before I got a deeper understanding of the fabric of reality, which is
what is that?
So chaos magic, Doomcock right there, just admitting that he has been dabbling in chaos magic, which is been described as a union of traditional occult techniques and applied postmodernism, particularly a postmodernist skepticism concerning the existence or knowability of objective truth. But also, it's apparently what Agatha Harkness uses on WandaVision.
I was gonna say.
We don't quite know. But okay, look. Here's the thing: when it comes to
is that, who's
no,
it's not right.
Probably
What?
not.
What?
Apparently, we have a Doomcock in the chat, but it's probably not really Doomcock.
Awesome.
Is it fake? Because
It's probably fake. But
I would love to debate you about your fucking
DM me on Twitter.
Magic, bro.
DM me on Twitter, and I will send you a link
now, and we'll talk about chaos magic. You fucking.
We'll talk about it.
Ty, calm down, because it's probably a fake.
Fucking loop-de-loop.
It's probably a fake. We get them all the time. Calm down.
Yeah, we had that.
But you can't copy like an exact name, right?
Yes, no, you can. You can make it. You can make it.
Can?
Yeah.
Well, okay. Even if it's not you, then I'm saying it to the theoretical you, because we know that there's one, right? There's like a alternate reality that I can speak in. You believe it, right? So then we can talk about it. I would love to.
All I'm saying is my DMs are open. You can send me a request. It's all good. I'll send you a link. That's it. Anyway, let's get back to laughing at you. Command unit here for another 6 shekels, literally 40K. We'll get there. Rodney here for $5. Thank you, man. It says, gun to your head. You have to join and believe in for the rest of your life. The fandom menace or QAnon, or is there a difference? There's not a difference.
It's that mind of thinking, that frame rate that they live in, that allows for these groups to exist. You're 100% right in saying that, and they have other people have been talking about it, about how that it allows for, like, there's really not a difference between the fandom menace and Trump supporting. There
isn't.
That frame rate of that mindset that you get in that allows these like things like QAnon to be built, or Gamergate, stuff like that. Like it's this really like fucked way of thinking. And it's really like
it's really funny. But no,
really
I would gun to my head would probably be the Fandom Menace, because eventually I could just take over and become their leader. You know, where am I fake? I don't know if you're fake.
For
That's not an
$2,
answer.
Yes, for $2.
For $2? Yeah, come on. You were getting
you
like
got
hundos and fitties
5,000.
tonight, dude.
Come
So
on.
yeah. Anyway, let's get am I fake? That's great. Thank you very much for your money. I'll take more of it if you want. All right, let's keep going with this, because again, we get it. It's just this thing.
Essentially, it's non-dual. So I mean, everything is everything. And you know, it's kind of like reality is a stream of consciousness in the mind of the self, the divine ground of being, what have you. And we are all essentially that intelligence playing hide and seek with ourselves. So I know that this kind of thing, I've experienced it. I've done this kind of thing. And I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be ritual, or the ritual can reinforce things. But I mean, chaos magic, I mean, you can do, ask questions and do random Google searches to pull up random websites that will have eerie resonances with the questions you ask. But never mind. Let's get back to it. Maybe we can, I was hoping to have Cameron do a live stream with you about mysticism and UFOs and stuff coming up soon.
And that will happen at the right time. Yes.
So we can go ahead and talk about that stuff later. But okay, the Kathleen Kennedy stuff. My source told me way back when I first asked. Well, actually, it was even before Mike Sutton's thing. This was like on July 30th. I kind of reported this in my video, where this source said, "Listen, just have a heads up. You're going to be hearing a lot of malicious rumors as the date approaches. And, you're going to hear things like, Iger and John and Dave are at each other's throats. You're going to hear all sorts of stuff about the killer bees. And you're going to hear that Kathleen Kennedy's contract is going to be renewed. Don't worry about it."
The killer bees are Bob Chapek and Bob Iger.
Oh.
So yeah, that's what they're trying to call them there, even though
I have no idea what the fuck he's saying. What does that mean? Killer bees. So he is like a subreddit post that has lingo attached.
Yeah, generally speaking, yeah, he's speaking in the type of verbiage that the vernacular that the people, his audience is used to, because that's what he has taught them. But if you notice what he says there, he's going to hear like 3 warning signs, essentially, that Dan and Dave, or that John and Dave are at each other's throats. Okay. Never mind, they're getting ready to film Mando season 3 here very soon. You're going to hear that Kathy is going to get her, her new contract. What was the second one? He said a second one there. What did he say there? That was the second one. Let me just go back a second.
They're all horseshit.
Iger and John and Dave are at each other's throats. You're going to hear all sorts of stuff about the killer bees, and you're going to hear that Kathleen Kennedy's contract is going to be renewed. Don't worry about it. But of course I do worry about it, because it's, fuck. It's Kathleen Kennedy rising from the grave. That's not something, if that didn't put a chill down your spine, I don't know what will. But then I hit up
the source.
Yeah, well,
he did there.
he's trying to argue
the narrative to fit his own fucking hallucinations.
Well, this was his video earlier today. Is Kathleen Kennedy rising from the grave? I mean, like, he's just trying to reinforce his own bullshit. He's
warping it to make it seem like, I've been saying that Kathleen Kennedy's been getting fired since 2017. I've been saying it nonstop since then. Now it's true it's really true this time. But here's how it fits in now, right? He's taking the story like Mikey's scoop and now, but he got one earlier. He got one a couple days earlier that said, you're going to hear these 3 fucking wisdoms come out. Look for the signs between the fucking lines.
It's almost like, it almost kind of plays out like A Christmas Carol.
He's so out of his fucking mind.
Is he Ebenezer Scrooge? He's going to be visited by 3 ghosts.
Yeah, like he's
all with different proclamations.
Fucking tapped. Listen, I've seen a lot of mental issues. I really have.
Oh no!
And you are showing signs of it, my friend. It's bad.
Well, I wish him all the best, but I mean, hopefully he'll go and get some help.
with yourself. Like, you need to be perpetuating this much bullshit. Nothing that you say is true. You're starting to believe your own fucking lies, I bet, too.
Oh yeah, wait till. Oh yeah, well, I'll introduce you to the commandant, and you'll get a kick out of that character.
In tonight.
What's going on?
So Ty is just going.
Oh, Ty, yeah,
tonight.
no, it's all good. It's all good. This Ty doesn't have any experience with these people. You know what I mean? So like Ty, this is a kind of a guttural reaction to bullshit.
This is the first time I've heard him speak for more than 1 minute.
Yeah, and it's wild. I wasn't downplaying that. It really is wild. But real quick, I want to get to these here. Benson with $2 super chat. Thank you. Says better Trump than a guy with onset dementia. We can have that debate over Biden later, buddy. Not really at the time. Thank you though. Command unit here says they're taking 40K a little too seriously. Maybe parts of it they are, definitely. And then Benson here with another $5. Thank you. Says pagan or any type of magic ritual is no different to religion. Both devised at a time of minimal education and sadly still attract the gullible and needy. And that's the thing
true.
is, that's very true. I'm not a religious person. If you have faith, you have faith. That's great. But the idea there, though, is like, look, think about it like this. Doomcock likens himself to be the shepherd of a flock. And he guides these people to fighting the culture war. Him and Gary do the same thing, which is why they all have the same talking points, which is why they all kind of have the same message, and they keep beating it down on their audience, who doesn't ever take the time to look into it themselves or to really formulate their own opinion. They just keep hearing it repeated back to them, which is effectively how propaganda sells very well.
And listen, it's not good to be in that frame rate. It's not healthy to live like that. I wish you would really I wish this person would really think about what he's doing, because he's really affecting the way he thinks by perpetuating these lies and starting to believe. Like I said, I guarantee, I can already guarantee it, that he believes what he's saying to be true. And that's when it gets bad, because you can perpetuate lies. Saggy, you would not.
I don't think he believes it. I honestly think this is
Saggy. He does. He does believe this stuff.
I think
I've met a lot of people.
I think it's just for clicks.
Listen, it could be, but I really think that he believes this stuff because he is so passionate and so insistent that it's hard to think that he doesn't sit up at night thinking that he's doing what he's saying. I'm contacting all these people that know what they're talking about. He might actually be contacting people. I've met some people that think that the government is watching them through their Xbox and stuff.
This Pasha dude, I've seen him before. Isn't he one of his sources that he claims?
Yes. And Midnight's Edge uses him as well. Robert Meyer Burnett is friends with this guy. I mean, Rational here asks, he's friends with Robert Meyer Burnett. How is this possible? Look, the thing is, I like Robert Meyer Burnett. I think he has great takes on a lot of things. He's a knowledgeable person. He literally has no allegiance to who he hangs out with, at all. He hangs out with people pretty frequently who openly go after John Campea, and he doesn't care. He doesn't care. So it's literally, it is what it is, and that's fine. He's pretty standard on that front, so that's okay. Real quick here, though, Command Unit here says they are chaos cultists. I am actually tripping. It gets a little nuts here. And then Daniel Scott for $2 is asking the question, I want to know if this dude's really a Nazi. So again, that's the commandant. That is a whole other thing. The running nickname for Doomcock is also the BitChute Nazi.
Oh God.
And there is a character named the commandant that was kind of outed a year ago, who looks like him, sounds like him, same setup, same design, same everything. And ultimately, but it's all Nazi. It's all based in Third Reich, Heinrich Himmler type stuff, the occult, everything else. So when he's talking about the occult, when he's talking about everything that the chaos magic is also part of the occult, other stuff.
Tell me that there's a second Doomcock and he's a Nazi.
I will link it. I will link it to you later on. I
make an assumption. I can directly apprehend it myself. I get you.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, it's a thing. Anyway,
he's Aggie because he can't confirm it. He's going to allow me to come up with my own solution.
Confirm these nuts, Ty. I love you.
Right.
Yeah, confirm these nuts. There we go. Hold on here. Before we jump back in, let me just answer these ones real quick. Benson here for £2. Thank you. Says Ty, Apple is about to start watching people via phones. They're going to start scanning. They're going to start scanning iCloud for child pornography.
They should.
Got people's handprints today.
They 100% should be screening for that stuff. I don't want that friggin'. I don't know.
So it's it is what that's what it is. It's the cloud. It's not it. Yeah, it's a whole thing. And then McLeod here for 5 Canadian says, the more we keep going down this whole Doomcock, it sounds like a member of the SS Paranormal Division from Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Look up the Commandant on BitChute.
Oh my god!
All right, I'm not even making that up, man.
I can't wait.
You've got to see it because it's like you know what? Actually, you know what? I'll bring it up at the end because I want to get Ty's reaction.
Parallels.
There's a lot of parallels.
The thinking, right? The thought process is very similar.
Very similar.
It allowed the Nazi hierarchy to really flourish during that time. It's that fear mongering. Like, it's oh god, I can't wait to see this.
It's pretty crazy. All right, so all right, let's continue with this because there's still a lot more to go.
Again, when Mike Sutton first aired this thing in a live stream prior to August 10th, and my source said, listen, Sutton, he's in the crowd. He's definitely part of the malicious rumor network that I was talking about. Kennedy is trying to consolidate and get back into good graces, but thus far she has had no luck whatsoever. So don't worry about it. And then yesterday evening, I was like, wow, what the fuck? And I'm typing and everything. It's like, what have you heard? What have you heard? And the source again said, relax.
Person, right?
This is to be expected. Nothing has changed. In fact, more people are getting laid off, and this person gave me some specific names, and I'll be revealing that in a future video. But there are big changes going on at Lucasfilm, and when that happens, like I said, the Civil War is largely over. Mike Sutton's rumor even accommodated that, as Tom and Midnight's Edge pointed out so brilliantly, because while Sutton was saying, well, Kathleen Kennedy is going to get her contract renewed, but John and Dave are going to be in charge of Star Wars. Well, then basically they are admitting, Sutton even was admitting, that the Lucasfilm Civil War is over, that John and Dave won. The question is Kathleen Kennedy still coming back, maybe on a short-term contract because Indiana Jones got delayed, and maybe because it's going to shoot through where her contract ended, they'll give her a little contract extension bump or something. Although I pointed out to my source that was speculating about this, well, you don't have to be president of Lucasfilm to be an executive producer. I mean, they have lots of executive producers who are not president of Lucasfilm. They could.
Do you guys catch that? A lot of the goalposts moving, constant goalpost moving. It's all, no, don't listen to Mikey.
Question.
Yeah.
He's warping the narrative.
Mikey a lot better. How often has Mikey been wrong on things that he has said?
Look, there's some things that come true. Some things are down the line, he's been right quite a bit. Not everyone bats 100%. I'm trying to think
in the game, you can't. In the scoop game, you'll never.
Well, let me rephrase. How credible is Mikey?
I would argue at this point more than Doomcock. Yeah,
obviously.
Well, because we know that Doomcock has lifted leaks from 4chan that were specifically posted to get his attention. They were designed for him to run with, and that's what he did, and that was exposed by Ketwalski.
Right.
We and he's been saying the same narrative over and over and over again, where it's like the sequel trilogy will be retconned, Kathy will be fired, and how they plan on doing that just changes every couple months. It just changes every couple months.
Well, the reason why I was asking is because obviously we know he's more credible than Doomcock. But the reason why I was asking is because from what I've heard from a lot of people, because like I said, I just met Mikey, and I would say a lot of people do go to him and his articles because he is a credible source. So to sit here and say that Mikey is this
Is
he's
part of a
the-
rumor
it's like,
mill?
it's part of a rumor. It's like Mikey's, from what I've seen and from what I've heard from many people, Mikey Sutton is pretty credible.
Well,
like he's
yeah.
got credit.
And
So,
well, the thing is,
Good
the
on
thing.
bringing that perspective up, because okay, again, it goes, and I don't mean to cut Matt off again. I'm sorry.
No, it's
But
all good.
It
It's all
goes
good.
back to that thinking, how he's thinking. He has got the nuts to say that Mikey is part of this woke rumor mill that's spitting out lies when he knows, or this is where it leads me to believe that he doesn't know that he is doing what he's doing. He actually believes what he is saying. This is what points me into that direction, is what he thinks that Mikey is part of this rumor mill because he thinks that he's right.
Mikey just
He's
writes
out of his
articles.
mind.
Mikey just writes articles, and that's why I asked
But-
how credible is his articles.
But here's okay. So 2 years ago, when everyone was saying, Tom is out as Spider-Man over at Marvel, the deal is off the table. Mikey 2 years ago yesterday, or 2 years ago today, I think, came out and was like, no, it's fine, it's all good, and like dropped it privately, and then went public with it, and it blew up. And a lot of other people were all saying it was over. A lot of these movie pundits are saying that it was over, and then lo and behold, it came back together. And a lot of people started looking at Mikey. He launched his a year ago. He's been written about in like Rolling Stone for, I think, for the Philippines. He's been written about, I think, in like Chicago Times had an article with him in it. Multiple outlets have covered his scoops. The only people that cover fucking Doomcock scoops are Bounding into Comics, Cosmic Book News, and Rebecca Barton from fucking Inside the Magic. And everyone calls, and maybe Giant Freaking Robot, and we got this covered. And everyone calls that shit out as being fake all the time anyway. So that's kind of the factor of it.
Trade.
They're very uncredible.
Wannabe trades.
So that's why I think it's funny that Doomcock, it's like, he knows who Mikey Sutton is. He knows that he knows he's been right on a lot of the stuff he has said. So it just, like I said, it doesn't make sense why he's all of a sudden just attacking
Because
Mikey.
but this is the thing I don't get. Why are you giving him the benefit of the doubt?
Yeah, because he believes it.
I understand that, but it's just like, it annoys me because it's like,
yeah, because he's
that's
an
why
idiot.
I say it's like, dude, it's like, it's frustrating. It's just
It's
frustrating.
it's 100% frustrating because you know that he's perpetuating lies in order to gain revenue on YouTube, which
That's what I'm
clearly is done
saying.
successfully.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Because it's like, it makes, why would you know Mikey is a credible source. You know that Mikey has done this for a long time. So the fact that all of a sudden, because, you know what the real issue is because Mikey said something he doesn't agree with. And that means Mikey is all of a sudden
but think
wrong.
think of it like this. Yes, that is true. But think of it like this. Mikey was on my stream last night. We had maybe like 70 people watching. There's more people tonight watching. And Mikey mentioned it kind of offhand. It wasn't at the beginning of the episode. It was later on, like halfway through the stream. Mikey brought it up, and it was a brief few minute discussion, and that was it. And that was enough to trigger a video being made, a 15-minute video attempting to downplay what was said on my stream last night. And then there was a live stream that we've been watching this shit here, where they're still continuously trying to downplay it and argue it away, and then try to take credit for like Mikey by going like, oh, but Mikey is also agreeing that the Civil War at Lucasfilm is over. No, he's not. He never said that. And they're putting words in his mouth because they are like, I think that the Witch in Residence guy and Cameron Pasha and Doomcock are true believers. And again, if you've seen the BitChute Nazi stuff, you know what I'm talking about. He operates under this belief that it's real. And the thing is, his friends don't believe him. They call him out a few weeks ago. It was really fucking funny because they everyone turned against him until he moved it over with Gary. But he's super into all of this stuff. Gary and Doomcock do a show called The Exozone where they talk about paranormal shit and the occult shit. That's the whole thing, is like he's into this kind of stuff. So because he's not mentally all the way there, this dude is fucking nuts.
Yes, again, and that's why I really think he does have like issues. You can hear it in his voice too, like you can hear it.
Well,
tell me that.
All right, let's hear it.
Tell me that.
All right,
you can't hear it.
You can hear it. He's definitely. I think he believes.
He's not
it.
all the way there.
Benson here for £5 says, Doomcock is no different than people like Zod Rider claiming Gunn is number 2 at Marvel, or the goons pushing the Restore the Snyderverse, changing the goalposts. And like, I you know what? You got a point there, Benson, you do. These people, they believe this crap. Like Zod Rider was saying that James Gunn was a plant at DC to destroy the DC comics, DC films. I mean, this is stuff that people, they run their mouth with all the time.
Zod Rider said that?
Yes, he did. He did say that one night.
God.
You know, I'm just saying, it's like, this is what happens when you spend too much time on the fucking internet and you either believe your own shit or no one tells you that you're wrong. And that's the thing. None of these people here are going to sit there and tell Doomcock, Master Doom dipshit, that he is wrong. And that, again, let's get in. Look at Cameron. When we get to Cameron's part, this shit is wild.
Could still let it expire past the deadline, but that is essentially what I've heard. So I would like to go to Cameron and Tom and get their perspectives on this. Cameron, Tom, who would like to go first? I don't mind.
Don't matter to me.
I will throw in a perspective because I'm coming from Bulgaria, so I've been away for a week to return to this madness. So I'm going to throw sort of the perspective of someone coming into the middle of jumping into the boiling frog water thing. So,
awesome.
This is something. I actually had a conversation with our friend Stephanie Janicek, who had a perspective that I agree with, which is similar to something what you said, which is that it sounds like this rumor is very similar to, if you remember the Reddit leaks that came out a few weeks ago, it feels like an eternity ago.
Indeed.
Saying that, Ms. Kennedy and Mr. Favreau get along, and it's shifting the blame here and there away from her. That was clearly an orchestrated attempt to craft a narrative to elevate Kathleen Kennedy publicly, right? And to preserve her dignity at a time when it looked like she was being humiliated, at least, the rumor mill. I believed that Reddit leak was exactly that. And I think that's what this is as well. This is an effort to bolster her dignity when she's been silent for many weeks. And I think our friends at Midnight's Edge in particular have been following what I think is essentially her downfall. So I think that this is an orchestrated rumor mill. I'm not going to say that this gentleman, Mr. Sutton, is aware that he's being used for that purpose. I think that's what he's being used for. I think he's being used to send out a message like the Reddit things were in order to allow her to exit with some sense of dignity and perhaps to cover what I think you may have hit on, which is something that I also think is right, which is that she may get a temporary just extension for Indiana Jones. She doesn't need it because she can just be an executive producer. But right now we're at a pivotal political place, which I've said, with Tom and my friends on Midnight Edge, I've said this on their channel a few times this month, that Bob Chapek has proven to be a genius Machiavellian chess player. And so he is his attention is no longer on Lucasfilm. I agree that issue is resolved. And that was resolved the moment that the Atlantic article came out anointing Jon Favreau and saying that he's the savior of Star Wars and mentioning Miss Kennedy and implying that she wasn't, right? So that was when it was already a done deal. So his attention is now on his new adversary, which is Kevin Feige and Marvel, which has brought him great embarrassment. First, he had to deal with the embarrassment of Lucasfilm. Now is the embarrassment of Marvel rebelling against him. And
where is any evidence of any of this?
Who is he?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Who is he, though? I know that that's one of Doomcock's sources, but who is this?
So he was a writer and producer on a couple shows. He hasn't been active since I think 2008 or whatever. It's been a long time. He claims he's been blacklisted from the industry.
That's exactly what we want to hear.
That's always a good sign.
From our
it's
sources,
always
yeah,
a good sign.
Yeah. I mean, that is the thing here. It's fucking nuts. I mean, listen to him here. He's like, oh, Bob Chapek is a Machiavellian chess player. He had a deal with Lucasfilm. What's gone on in the last year that he's been? Keep in mind, when Iger stepped down and Chapek took over, Iger had to effectively come back because of the pandemic. So Chapek has really only kind of been in charge this year. What has happened with Star Wars this year that has had any kind of controversy or any kind of problems?
Only thing is
Gina Carano. And that wasn't, again,
that's not big enough to be called a rebellion.
Yeah, that's not going to cause a fight. The High Republic has done very well. It's been selling very well. So we know that. Bad Batch just wrapped up its first season, did very well. Mandalorian season 2, exceptional ending on that one. There's nothing here that they can even remotely say that they never back it up with evidence. It's always, this is always happening behind the scenes, but nothing ever reflects it. Remember when Grace Randolph was like, Pedro Pascal was not going to be the second half of Mandalorian season 2 because he's a diva or some shit like that. That never fucking happened.
She is also in this list of people that also perpetuate lies. I'm sorry. If you're a Grace Randolph fan, but she also does this. But she doesn't. Okay, but at least I have a little bit of respect for Grace. Okay, I do want to point out, because this is something I really didn't notice. He calls himself, it says the pop culture breakdown here, but it also says something else. It says the Dictor. What is it? Dick something?
Oh, yeah, Dictor von Doomcock. That's his character name.
He clearly has some compensation issues, and he calls himself an overlord. What is an overlord? Right?
Yeah.
Someone who is the top of the food pyramid, and his goons are all below him, and he spreads his, whatever. That seems like what's actually going on here. It legitimately, like it really is like Nazi stuff. That's what I'm seeing. Like it really does fall in line with it. Now that you say that, it's kind of weird, actually.
So basically, who this guy is? Sorry, I had to do a little research while you guys are talking. So basically, who he is? He basically wrote stuff for Disney and other projects. So basically, what he's claiming is he still has connections to the company, that he still talks to people who give him information, and he writes for the Huffington Post.
He hasn't written for the Huffington Post in years, and he only wrote like 3 articles.
Well, never mind. I take that back. He no longer works for the Huffington Post, but basically
he wrote for Disney.
He wrote for like a show on there.
A show.
Yeah, I covered like
now
the
he's
other
on
night.
Doomcock channel.
Yeah, I know. That's really moving up in the world.
Here's the thing. He also wrote for the video game that awful 50 cents video game.
It was the sequel. It was a sequel to the 50-cent game. Yeah. It's all craziness. Let's see here. Hold on here. All right. McLeod asks, does Doom seriously have the stars and stripes in Bach?
Yeah. What is it?
I don't know.
In the back.
Oh, in the back. Oh, it's something like that. Yeah. Something, whatever that is back there. There might be stars and stripes.
The Third Reich, honestly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at the logo from his channel logo up there. Anyway, and then also Simon here says, liking Jeffrey Dean Morgan's hat. Polly's got a nice hat. That is very true.
Dude, Polly always looks fly, no matter.
Yeah, well, he's got a bunch of hats back there. Look at that. Look at rocking the trilby.
Yeah, he does have a lot of
He has a great channel too. He does a lot of because he's Latino, so he does a lot of video like streams about like Latin culture, music. Cool. He's a musician as well, but he does a lot of Latin music and Latin shows. He had one of the actresses from that TV show Selena on. He is really an amazing guy. So I'm like, this is painful to watch poor Paulie.
He hasn't said anything, so he doesn't have to regret anything.
No, I know that. But
no, he doesn't say anything. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. All right, and then then Matt here says, saw Paw Patrol with the kids today and we loved it. Awesome. My daughter wants to see it, so I'm gonna have to show her that tomorrow.
They made a Paw Patrol movie.
Yeah, they did a Paw Patrol movie. It came out on. It's in theaters and it's also on Paramount Plus. That's what it is, Paramount Plus. All right, and then Command Unit here says Doomcock is basically LARPing 40K, something like that. Yeah, something like that. It's just like, I mean, the concept here is like this. No one here is even like remotely saying anything back to any of this. Like they're just sitting there and listening to pure nonsense. Rational human beings, not even piping in and saying, this is kind of weird, you guys. Like, what does any of this mean?
Yeah, but that's really not a good thing. I mean, obviously he's going to invite people on that he agree with him, right? That's like what I mean. But that's what I respect about you, Matt, is that you don't always like you. I don't even agree with you every single time, right?
That's good.
We have healthy debate, discussion, and we talk about things in a way that you can hear both sides of it and come to your own conclusion. I can tell you it's raining outside, but until you see it for yourself, it's not. You know what I mean? It's not. And Doomcock has made this world where whatever he says is true. It's factual.
He's not alone.
No, but he's created this overlord persona where what he says is fact, and he's coming from the center of the earth, and he's got witches on, and they look at these glasses. Like any sane person looking in can see that this is fucking nonsense. This is literally loop-de-loop, fucking third out of this dimension nonsense. And you couldn't take anything he says at fucking face value.
I just did a tarot reading on you, Ty, and I pulled up the Tower card, so it's not looking good for you.
I mean, come on. You started off the video with a tarot reading. I will never take you seriously.
Oh,
Ever.
it's definitely nuts here, but let's keep going because we still have a little bit ways to go.
And Scarlett Johansson suing and all that embarrassment.
Yeah.
So if I were him and I were this strategic chess player that he has proven to be, I would not signal to Feige. The reason Feige is reacting this way is that he saw what happened to Kennedy and he's trying to protect his fiefdom. This is essentially the ending of an aristocratic structure and the centering around a king. So the aristocrats resist that moment, right? And so he saw one aristocrat, one of his peers, taken down. So he fought back to preserve his power. So how do you then, and he fought back very publicly. So how do you turn that around? You make Mr. Feige think that he's safe. If Ms. Kennedy gets an extension for a political purpose, even though she's been ripped away of all power, as even Mr. Sutton seems to claim, then Mr. Feige.
Except he didn't say that at all, and they've just put those words in his mouth.
Right.
But again, like, what the fuck is he even talking about?
He's talking about some strategic chess game that never happened.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't. He's spitting, like, all he's doing is he's putting a lot of words together. Like a lot of and he's mixing some big words there to make him, and then he calls everyone Miss and Mister to dumb it down a little bit so it won't hurt, like it won't spike you, like it won't, then he's not like putting red laser eyes on the thumbnails.
No, he does. He does.
Respect, but how he's talking though, he's like putting respect next to their name, calling them Miss, Mister, and it sounds like he's a little bit more sane, but he's not.
Oh no, it's just word salad is all he's saying.
Yeah.
Because it's like, he's a Machiavellian chess player, 5D chess. He's already gone up against Kathleen Kennedy. There's been nothing about Kathleen Kennedy all year, like legitimately.
They have a chess game that we didn't know about?
Member.
I saw that. Yeah, McLeod, he was a member. I guess he just re-upped. Thank you very much for that. McLeod becoming a new member. Thank you so much, sir. Or
becoming a new old
member.
member.
No, he upped his membership. He upped it to the prime level, went from matinee to prime. Thank you very much. The next level is IMAX.
I would have assumed your levels had something to do with like sexual.
No, actually, no? Matinee is the sets that are before the 7 p.m. set for a theater. So your matinee is like
I know what matinees are.
Yeah,
Matt.
yeah, but your prime set is the 7 p.m.
I worked at a movie theater too.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Please stop fighting, please.
You know how it is. I'm not gonna like I joke about
to me.
I joke about sex, but it's like I'm also a professional.
All right.
I'm not gonna.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Anyway, let's keep going.
You may think, well, Chapek's on the ropes now. I got him where I want him, right? And I'm secure, which is exactly what your art of war. It's exactly what you want your adversary to think, that they're secure so that you can then, destroy them, which I think is the political purposes of what's happening here. I think this is another one of these genius Chapek schemes that is really, he's proving to be Palpatine. He really is outsmarting everyone, in my opinion.
Oh my
he's proving
God.
to be Palpatine. He's chess gaming all of them and making it look like Palpatine got himself captured, right? He's making it look like he's in a weak position on purpose. He's done that a few times this year.
Yeah, look at your eyes.
I'm obsessed.
Look at your eyes, homie.
He's clearly those are dilated pupils. I mean,
you are so on speed right now.
I am obsessed with how he talks. I don't know what it is, but the way he talks, I'm just like zoomed in on his mouth. Like he is very, like how he talks is very exaggerated. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a show, is what it is.
McLeod here says this guy's giving me brain damage. Oh yeah.
He's talking about some fucking chess game that never happened.
He should do ASMR. Just talk. I'd fall asleep to it. Hell
You know what? He might have to here pretty soon because
if he's going down this road, with the obsidian fucking, I mean, he's calling like he's making like Palpatine like references and like he's
like Palpatine was a good guy.
Like he's putting this spin on it that like is kind of humorous in a sense, but I mean he's again. He's saying nothing but his opinion, and it's really just it's sad to see that they really think these things.
Pause real quick. William, William, I have a question for you. Oh, wait, new member.
Oh, Luis Hernandez becomes a new member. Oh, thank
Because
you
of
very
me.
much. Thank you very much, Luis, man. Awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. But I was gonna ask William. William, did is it this week or next week that Wayne Carr is coming to see you? Did you already meet him? Is there pictures? I want to see what happened. I want to know. Tell me.
All right. Well, you know what? There's called a DM for a reason.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Because I want to pee really bad, and I want to get through this. So, thank you, William, for your contribution to hanging out with Wayne T. Carr. All right, let's keep going. Oops, fuck.
That's what you
Great.
get.
To Cameron and Tom
Victor
and
Van Doomcock.
Yeah, hold
The
on.
Atlantic article came out. He saw what happened to Kennedy, and he's trying to protect his fiefdom. This is essentially the ending of an aristocratic structure and the centering around a king. So the aristocrats resist that moment, right?
suck your
And so
fucking
he saw
spit
one
down.
aristocrat, one of his peers, taken down. So he fought back to preserve his power. So how do you then
Get
know,
rid of
he
your
fought back very
phlegm,
publicly.
Cameron.
So how do you turn that around? You make Mr. Feige think that he's safe. If Ms. Kennedy gets an extension for a political purpose, even though she's been ripped away of all power, as even Mr. Sutton seems to claim, then Mr. Feige may think, well, Chapek's on the ropes now. I got him where I want him, right? And I'm secure, which is exactly what your art of war. It's exactly what you want your adversary to think, that they're secure so that you can then, destroy them, which I think is the political purposes of what's happening here. I think this is another one of these genius Chapek schemes that is really, he's proving to be Palpatine. He really is outsmarting everyone, in my opinion. He's proving to be
It's just
Palpatine.
so bad.
He's chess gaming all of them and making it look like Palpatine got himself captured, right? He's making it look like he's in a weak position on purpose. He's done that a few times this year and come out every time on top. That's what I think is happening here.
Considering the fact that no one has faith in Bob Chapek, and there are a lot of talks about no one likes him and how he's going to be running the company. Palpatine was a bad guy. Can we just agree on that?
Yeah, she's a bad
He was a genocidal monster. He was smart. He could play a good game of fucking chess, but here's Cameron. I would totally suck that guy's dick.
Jarbo, can you just explain it to people in the chat? Because I'm also very confused at what the hell can you just TLDR this for the chat and myself?
What he's trying to say?
Basically, yes, just dumb it down for us because I have no idea what he's saying.
He's essentially trying to say that somehow there is a conflict between he's trying to consolidate power essentially. When Iger was CEO, Iger allowed the creatives to create, right? Lasseter oversaw Disney Animation until 2018 when he stepped down for hugging, I guess. And but Lasseter could oversaw Disney Animation and oversaw Pixar and let the creatives create. Lucasfilm is very similar. Kathleen Kennedy was running that side of things. Iger had good relationships with everyone. That's kind of his deal as CEO. But really, Feige was overseeing all Marvel Studios. And now that Chapek's coming in and he's kind of a money guy, he's the kind of guy who's going to start. He's putting people in place that are effectively just going to look at the numbers and take away power from a lot of the creatives, and that is something that we know about that a lot of people don't like at Disney. The parks people all fucking hate Chapek. And even just last week, Chapek announced that they were moving the parks department literally from Anaheim to fucking Orlando. They're moving their entire parks team over to Florida because, obviously, Walt Disney World is bigger, but it's also more open, I think, and that's what they're working on. But a lot of people do not like Bob Chapek. And whatever this power grab is, he's already in charge. So unless he's trying to buck break some motherfuckers here, I don't see.
And that's what he does, though. He's feeding into this civil war aspect of it, they're putting each other on the ropes to destroy each other, using words like destroy in general when it comes to talking about people.
But there's been nothing about this. They said, they're trying to frame the civil war at Lucasfilm of Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni versus Kathleen Kennedy, when it was actually Kathleen Kennedy who suggested that they end up getting together. That she's the one that's why don't you and John and Dave get together And when Dave Filoni, when she took over, she sat down with Dave Filoni. She asked Dave, "What is it you want to do?" And he's like, "I would like to learn how to direct live action." So during the production in 2016 of The Last Jedi, she sent him to Pinewood Studios in London to shadow Rian Johnson to learn how to direct. So she is doing her job as a producer by putting the right people in the right position. That's what a producer generally does. And so they're very friendly. And to make these claims that like there's this civil war and she's now without power and they have taken over, in the Atlantic article that was very favorable of Jon Favreau is somehow, you know, a confirmation of that. Never mind the fact that the Atlantic never ever talks about pop culture. If there was ever going to be an article that would come out through an outlet that would do that, it would be like the Hollywood Reporter or Variety, you know, where like it actually has meaning within the industry. Otherwise, it's just someone writing an op-ed about how much they like the new Star Wars with Jon Favreau leading the way. That's about it.
And they don't think that women they think women are secondhand citizens, by the way. That's not a joke. Like,
yeah, they do. They do.
And Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers very much are in that field of play where they that's the way they look at you guys, Saggy.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't stick up for him too much.
Very true.
Not. No.
I don't know. You were giving him the benefit of the doubt earlier.
Yeah.
To who? To one
I mean,
person on
I'm a
panel?
contrarian, but like, you know, I'm a contrarian, but
I've been on Pauly's stream. I talked to that man. That I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt because I know that man. It's a difference.
Matt, you remember when she?
Yeah. I know.
Remember when I what? Say it. Speak your piece.
That you gave the benefit of the doubt to Doomcock a couple of times tonight, in the sense
I didn't give the benefit of the doubt. I literally just said, no. You confirm. You said the same thing I said. He was doing things for clicks. I said, I don't think he believes a shit. I think he makes it up because he needs money for the month. I wasn't saying that anything. I'm not giving him the benefit of the doubt. I think he's full of shit, just like everybody else does. I just think the reasons why I think regardless.
Yeah.
All right. Regardless here. Okay.
Shit.
So, Command Unit here says Palpatine was actually the good guy in Legends.
I don't remember that.
I don't know, to be honest with you. And then Benson here says, I play chess. My granddad was a chess master. Please pass Wayne T. Cart's details over. My local school needs someone for their nativity. Come on, man. Like, look, I leave Wayne alone. I'm on it. Yeah. I thank you for the super chat, but like, come on, man.
I've talked to Wayne. He's actually a really good guy, and he's really talented at what he does.
Yeah.
So.
I agree. Yeah. Anyway, McLeod here with $5, man. Thank you. Says some nonsensical power struggles, garbage. Cameron thinks he's living in the world of Tom Clancy. That's actually not a bad comment there. All right. We're getting into some more stuff here.
That is interesting. Tom, what is your perspective on this? Y'all did a great video on this, by the way.
Well, usually as I come on here, I'm generally not the popular voice, right? Like, I don't generally like to tell people what they want to hear, but I tell people the truth, or at least what I perceive to be the truth. And
ooh, I like that.
As you'll remember, Doomcock, I told you, don't be surprised if Alex Kurtzman gets renewed. Don't be surprised, as I've said for the last few months here, if Kathleen Kennedy gets renewed. There's a lot more to dig into this, though. The big thing, though, you got to remember is they're all in this bubble. They don't see things the way we see them. You know, and as I remind you, the whole thing with J.J. Abrams, like, he is somebody that they see as a billion-dollar boy. They don't see him the way we see him as the destroyer of franchises. I even told you, heard from multiple sources, that when Hamada brought him in and gave him that big sweetheart deal, his whole plan was to have JJ, quote, do to DC what he did for Star Trek. So I need to remind you guys, again, these guys,
you got to understand, like, they hate Alex Kurtzman. They hate the new Star Trek. They hate J.J. Abrams for it. They hate Kevin Smith for Masters of the Universe. Oh, yeah.
They hate everybody. And they fucking fearmonger. And everything's about hate. Nothing's about anything good because the world is so bad and everyone fucking is out to get me. And I need all your super chats. Send me $5,000. I'm going to wear a mask and I'm going to sing and I'm going to have fucking witches on the show. Let's do some chat.
I mean, that's kind of variety, isn't it?
Here's my issue with these things. Like, I get it. It's okay if some people don't like certain directors or certain. But these are stories that have been out for a long time and have been made by many different people. So you're going to get a moment in time where you're going to get somebody who makes something that you used to like a lot and make it and you don't like it. That doesn't mean that moving forward it's not going to get good again. I think just right now, if you don't like it, you just don't like it. Just wait until somebody comes around and makes something you like again. It's really that simple.
The new Star Trek shows I thought the general consensus was that they were good.
Yeah, well, William here makes a great point, and William and I will disagree on quite a bit, but I agree with him here. Star Trek was dead in the water before Abrams took it over. If it wasn't for Kurtzman and crew, we wouldn't have any new Trek shows at all, and that's actually pretty accurate.
Are the new shows perceived as good or bad?
I mean, there are people who like them. There are people who don't like them. The Fandom Menace has collectively gotten together to claim that the new Star Trek is shit. I kind of thought it was going to be crap going in because of all their negativity. I actually liked it. There are people look at Brian Master of None, who was very much in on that whole thing for a long time. And then he got out of Doomcock circle, out of that realm. And he's like, oh, I kind of like Star Trek. He loves Lower Decks. They're expanding Star Trek. They have the new show that's aimed at kids. They've got the cartoon comedy show that's aimed at the adult crowd, kind of like the Family Guy crowd or the Rick and Morty crowd, really. You've got the Discovery, Brave New World, Picard. Yeah. They're working on expanding the brand in a multitude of different ways, but it doesn't matter if it's good or bad. There's enough people out there that hate the new Star Trek that these guys are able to actually hold on to that. They are literally grasping at the tiniest of straws right now, trying to find anything with Star Trek or Star Wars, because there's actually a lot of good faith in the franchise right now.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, Star Wars has made a lot of money, and yeah,
thank you for correcting me.
Maybe the sequel trilogy, it didn't go the way that you personally wanted it to. I, for one, don't really give a fuck. I don't care where they go with it. I just watch the fucking movies. And yeah, The Last Jedi wasn't the greatest movie I've ever seen, but it also wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen. I'm not as invested in the characters as Doomcock seems to be, right? His love for Star Wars transcends time and space itself, and it's all he ever thinks about, so much so that he has altered his way of thinking because of it.
Yeah, I agree. I think overall, I'm glad.
They're fucking fictional characters, bro.
Right. This is why
Get over yourself.
I never got on the Star Wars bandwagon just because this level of psychoticness over a friggin' movie franchise. It's so old.
Later people, it's though. So listen, old. The same thing with every fandom. And listen, I'm very much a Snyder verse wanter, but there are these people that they get so obsessed with these fucking fictional comic book franchises that, I mean, it's you have to question it at some point. Where is the fucking line?
Like I said, it's just Star Wars has been out for so long, and it's I understand you love the franchise. Great, have passion for it. But it comes to a point, like I said, where you're going to get some movies because the hands have changed. The people who are making it has changed. It went from George Lucas and I get it, but they're not always going to hit. When you have a franchise that goes on this long, you're not always going to get a smash hit. I'm sorry. You're going to have to sift through the trash before you get your gold again. And then maybe you'll go back to trash, but you just have to accept it. It's going to be a roller coaster ride. And it doesn't need this level of dedication to hate every single thing because right now it's not where you want it to be.
Well, and that's kind of here's the thing with this. All right. The comment there from Protoss here about Robert Meyer Burnett. I like Robert Meyer Burnett, but let's be real. The dude's a boomer, all right? Boomers aren't going to like new Star Trek. If you grew up with the original series, which is good, but it's dry as hell. It's dry as hell. There's a reason why it even took the Next Generation a couple seasons to get going. And then they expanded upon that with DS9 and then Voyager and Enterprise and whatever. It takes a little bit of time, but they really invested into it in the 90s. And where it was doing well for a while, where Star Wars wasn't around, Star Trek was thriving like crazy.
Yeah.
The thing is, there's fans who want it. There's fans who like all of it. But when your entire business, motive or your entire business plan is all about just, hey, let's shit on this, let's do this. I mean, look, Tom Connor from Midnight's Edge is a massive bitch. He's a massive bitch, like word. Insane. No, I can't find. I don't have the clip with me right here. I thought I had it downloaded. I don't. But he, like when Masters of the Universe Revelation came out, like he went on Friday Night Tights with all these guys, and he was like, "Fuck Kevin Smith," and he like tore up a poster. Yeah, that guy. That guy.
He is a bitch.
Oh, he's totally a bitch. And it's like, that's the whole point. Is just that is the whole goddamn point. Is that all they do is they live in this world where the only way their peepees can get hard is if they get mad at something. Whereas if you guys, I know you guys weren't here last night, but for those people who were listening to last night with Mikey and I, look, how much fun did we have last night? Like literally Mikey and I spent like an hour just geeking out about the potentiality of what Kevin Feige or what might happen with Star Wars down the road. Like we were just geeking out about that, having a good old time. All these guys do is sit there and just like whine and bitch and moan, and that's really about it. But look, let's just
sad.
Yeah, it is sad.
No, it's sad that people gravitate more towards this kind of shit than like going towards like you and Mikey talking about
because negativity is what's popular and what people like. What people like to see on the platform. Like,
and
let's
that's
just
what
call
he's
what it
doing. He is manipulating people's like tendencies.
Yeah,
he is. He's straight up. He's an overlord.
Like Ty put it this way: you can have a really amazing charity stream that's for a good cause. And then you could have somebody talking about some drama and dunking on something that everybody hates or doesn't like or agree. And they're all going to just be like, fuck the charity. We're going to go dunk on some people we don't like, because that's just what this platform is. Drama and things and shitting on things people don't like is what gets clicks. That is what people literally build their YouTube persona off of.
Yeah, well, that is very true. I get that. I do want to quickly address Benson here. Says Rob is biased due to his blocked Axonar project. There's a lot more to it than just that. I'm friends with Alec Peters. I've known him for a number of years now. I should get Alec on one night to talk about Axonar as a whole, because that is some shit. But yeah, and I agree with you, Sagi. I do agree with you that a lot of it is negative. Drama sells. We all know that. But it's like, I mean, the only way for it to be different is if we act differently. Now, us responding to this is responding to nonsense, to true nonsense, to actual insanity that thousands of people were watching and just imbibing whole cloth.
I mean, I'm just here for
I would like to see what the chat was saying at the time that this was going on.
They're actually, surprisingly, the chat wasn't moving that much because it wasn't going that much. But they were, so I don't know. There could have been bots. I'm not claiming that, but people will say that about me, like, oh, no one talks to you, whatever. You get bots and shit. But all right, Fat J here says, what doesn't sell? Kennedy Star Wars. Nah, that's not true at all, man.
Yeah, they sold billions of dollars. Actually.
Yeah, I know. He's just fucking around. He's fucking around. All right, let's keep going.
Complete fucking morons. They have no idea how dumb they are. And then
Tom actually just described everyone in this video who has been speaking. I just want to make that abundantly clear. I just love that line right there. Like, they're dumb fucking morons. They don't know anything. Like, oh, really, Tom?
Yeah.
Do you ever just like lay in bed at night and your mind starts wandering and your consciousness kind of sits up, finally sober after whoever knows how much alcohol you drink, and it just stops and goes like, my God, I'm a failure. And then you roll over and you hug your Doomcock love pillow and you make sweet sex to it, and you roll over on your crusty cum rag and you fall asleep.
What the hell are you going on about cum rags, my dude? Like,
his rant about cum rags makes more sense than anything that I've heard in this video. So
I still kind of low key like Tom from Midnight Touch, just going out there.
God, Saggy. You have like the lowest of standards. I love you,
but at least he did. No. I'll give him this. He did say at the beginning, this is what he did admit. It's the truth that he perceives, and that he does believe that she's getting an extension. So
he'll go on. He'll go on here talking about Grogu, Baby Yoda, and merchandise, and then you're like, okay, you say something smart right here, and then you say something so woefully stupid. that it comes across like you have Down syndrome. It's just like, it's so,
Matt!
what?
No.
I feel bad for people with Down syndrome because like,
God.
because people like Tom are like out
Yes.
there.
Make them look bad.
Oh my God! You did not just say that.
What? It's
Oh, Josh.
No.
Don't.
He's actually giving props to like I've met several
Oh
people with Down syndrome that could formulate thoughts much better.
I'm okay. Look, I'm not making fun of people with Down
No, he's
syndrome
not.
at
No, no,
all.
No, it's just the way
Let's
you
not-
said
let's
it
not
at
put that
first
spin
was
on it.
so
It's
bad.
not, yeah, it's not that. It's just Tom's a moron, all right? Real quick here, McLeod says, I'm a 90s kid. I grew up with TNG, DS9, Voyager, and Enterprise, and I like the new Trek shows and then bringing new generations of fans.
Look at that.
That's kind of the whole point. You have to.
Look at that. Look at that. You like the new Star Trek. You like things. Isn't it? Doesn't that feel good?
You can like whatever you want. You can hate whatever you want.
I
Just
know.
Don't
Yeah.
hate it to the point where you're friggin' beating it to the friggin' like. It's just crazy how bad.
No,
people,
exactly. But isn't
like-
that a good feeling to
like
like
listen,
something?
right? Like listen, when I hate something, I'll talk about it once I move on. Like for example, that new Resident Evil TV show that they're coming out with Netflix. I don't think it's gonna be good, and I hate it. I talked about it once. I will never talk about it again until it comes out. Talk about it once, never talk about it again. Because I don't need to freaking beat something down. Because there's gonna be some people that
Blue Beetle.
First of all, hold on.
Let's not go down that path right now because I don't want to. That's you all can keep on that shit. I want to keep going with this.
I do too.
I'm just saying. I know. Ryan Hartwell here is like phrasing is the thing. I know phrasing is the thing. I get that. Also, Tom pot meat kettle, 100%. Okay. Can we keep moving on from Cameron's face because it's freaking out Yvonne? Yeah, totally. All right, let's see here. Hold on, Matt. Josephine Baker to become the first black woman to be buried in the Pantheon monument in France. Massive movement for this racist country. Well, good for her. That's good. You know what? More diversity in burial plots. And also proper acknowledgement of actual historical feats. How about that? I mean, I know Doomcock likes to do that too, but the Third Reich isn't really what you would kind of like want to showcase on your, on your MySpace page or your LinkedIn for hobbies. All right, let's keep going.
You add in the whole, Cold/Civil War, whatever you want to call it, that we've maintained is way beyond Lucasfilm. It's infected Disney as a whole, right? Now, I don't know for sure if Mikey's on the nose or not with this. Mikey we know him pretty well, and I wouldn't say he's woke, but I would say that he.
By the way,
I'm
Midnight.
hearing some cool things from this guy.
Just to be on the fair side, from my understanding, Midnight's Edge loves to sniff around Mikey for scoops.
Oh, okay.
So they're gonna be kind to him.
But still, at least he still acknowledged he wasn't woke, and he called that out because he could have just stayed silent.
Yeah, he could have stayed silent. I'll give Tom credit there.
He's the only one that's sitting there and at least pushing back. It's
a little bit.
It's not a full like, hey, Doomcock, bro, you're out of there, right? Like you're literally tapped.
Well, that's the thing though. But he won't come out and fully say that. He'll skirt around the issue to go like, well, I mean, like maybe, it's like, come on, Tom. You know what? Like, did you just get some balls, dude? Fucking stand up for this shit. If you actually believe it and you believe that this is all nonsense, then actually say something, actually push something.
No,
all right.
Want to clout that Doomcock
they want it. Yeah. It's like they'll kind of like edge around it. Like, I don't want to be the one that stands out. You know what I mean? You know how many fucking bridges I've burned with the fucking Snyder Cut fandom because I've come out and spoken what's actually on my mind? A lot. I'm blocked by a lot of people, and other people, like, they won't even fucking talk to me or like whatever. And that's fine with me. That's fine with me. That's
how you know the real friends from the fake ones. Obviously.
Exactly. So that's kind of the whole point is like, if you can't disagree, then they ain't your friends. That's just the reality. But let's get into his hot take about Grogu.
He is, he does get the company line sometimes. That is probably true. But he has been on the money about certain things recently, like Michael Keaton coming back. He's been on the money about the Spider-Verse stuff. Now, granted, when it comes to this whole thing, and this is something I've maintained for a while, she is not going anywhere until she's good and goddamn ready. And that means whether it's after Indiana Jones is done or whatever else it is. Now, that doesn't mean her power isn't being stripped away, which is something that's clearly happening. And this is where Bob Chapek comes in, and this is where Cameron and I totally agree 110%. Chapek is playing the long game here on a lot of things. Now, here's one thing I did talk to somebody, and I might have at least another reason as to why they in the world they would ever dream of, continuing to work with Kathleen Kennedy outside of the classic arguments like the political reasons, she's the most strongest female producer in Hollywood, etc., etc. Is this
with all her failures?
Well, that's the
I
thing.
guess she's the
Doomcock.
only one, so there you go.
You may,
I guess even when you
gotta
fail,
look at
you're
it
the
this
only
way.
one. You go ahead.
Even though we see them as failures.
Yeah. Oh, she's the only female producer with failures or whatever.
My name is Doomcock.
It's yeah. Hold on here. Command unit says call him Doom C to keep the stream PG. Oh, we've gone far beyond the realm of PG, my friend.
This is
Did you not hear?
This
Did
is
you not
rated
hear
X,
the,
baby.
Did you not hear the cum rag?
Yeah, this is rated X.
Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah, right. I mean, like that's light. We got into a whole conversation the other night about the anatomy of a duck vagina. So and that was and that's still monetized, by the way. So YouTube loves me. Hold on here. Simon section here says more of a JJ Trek fan than the sequel Star Wars. That's fine. I really like the first two Treks, by the way.
Me too. I think they're great.
So I like Into Darkness.
Yeah, I liked Into
I
Darkness.
said it.
I liked all three of them actually.
Yeah, I thought Beyond. When I thought Beyond was really good, actually. I because I love Justin Lin, but that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, I thought all
those.
three of those movies actually did a good job at entertaining me.
Yeah,
that's what their job was, to get my money and entertain me.
Hold on here. I want to make sure everyone in the chat knows. There we go. So
especially when it comes to Cameron Prashad's fucking eyeballs.
Yeah. My favorite thing about this, if you listen to him and other things, he refers to lawyers like as being shifty. And the anti-Semitism is a hard S on this one. It's like, Cameron, what do you mean there, buddy? What about him is shifty? Yeah. You echo posting? Is that what's going on here, Cameron? Are you echo posting? It's just he's insane. He's absolutely insane. Let's go though.
Here's the thing, and this is the catch I heard that might be the reason why she's going to get renewed. Each one of the Star Wars sequel movies made at least $1 billion. Doesn't matter that they went downwards. There may be, and this is what I've heard is the plausibility, a stipulation in her contract that as long as those movies grossed $1 billion worldwide, that's where she's in the game still. But
see, and I said that exact same thing last night on my stream about how about those movies had made over $4.5 billion combined, and that is no small feat. And and so
it's so hard to get a trilogy, all three of movies to be monetarily speaking successes.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
The Dark Knight Rises is the only one out of that trilogy I think that made $1 billion.
See, here's my thing though. I mean, you guys are more Star Wars fans than I am, but I feel like Star Wars, because the cult following with it, the fan base for Star Wars is so massive that every new Star Wars project, people are just going to watch and spend money on regardless. They make money because the fan base is so massive. In my opinion, it's a very popular franchise. So I don't see it being hard for them to make that much money, considering what the whole franchise, like what they own. It would be easy. Like they're making a friggin' Star Wars anime that people who aren't even into anime will probably go see just because it's Star Wars related.
I will fully admit Visions looks pretty badass. And I'm not an anime fan. I openly mock anime here.
Yes,
but yeah, it looks good. It looks really good.
Bad, dude. Oh my god.
But that's what I'm saying. Because it's attached to Star Wars, not just it does look great, but also because it's Star Wars related, that's gonna get people who are very hardcore into Star Wars, and there are a lot of them. I've not seen many franchises that have this big of following, like Supernatural. Supernatural would be the only other thing I can think of that really has a massive fan base that will literally watch anything, even if it's garbage, just because they love it so much.
Yeah, no, you're right. And the thing is, I think the more they keep making, the less people will be like, it'll turn into that, it'll have that Marvel effect eventually, where there's so much new content, and that it's not going to be as sought after as it used to be, right? As the first three, the first six even were, those were like George Lucas's films. Anything after that is it's Disney, right? They're making their money. They bought the franchise, and now they're doing their thing. And there's always going to be this divisiveness between the fan base, whether they're holding true to those original 6 movies, right? It's really like hard for me to say that I'm a Star Wars fan, because in reality, I used to hate people that like Star Wars because of people like this.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Star Wars.
I agree. That's exactly
I watched
why I'm
every
like it.
single Star Wars movie that was out 4 years ago. I caught up 4 years ago and watched I watched the first 6 and then The Force Awakens. I don't know when I did it. And then I watched The Force Awakens. Then I've watched each one since then in theaters. I really didn't like the IP because of people like this, because of all the toxicity that was involved with it. It just really is off-putting. It's really off-putting.
Well, they ruin fandom, and they just don't care. So I mean, that's kind of good. All right, let's just kind of finish up the last few minutes here, because you guys will laugh at this next part.
But you cannot deny what she has done, and that's why Bob Chapek has done what he's done, and that's why he's doing what he's doing. And it's not just to Kennedy, it's to everybody across the board, Feige included. He has stripped away the power from the heads of the companies, including Lucasfilm, I'm assuming Pixar as well, and obviously Marvel. And what he's done is put the people on the front line who can tell him right away, this is working or this isn't working. And that is the distribution and the merchandising folks. Because remember, the biggest snafu of all that we may think, you guys may think, oh, it's because she fucked up the trilogies. It's because, Solo failed, what have you. No, I guarantee you the thing that probably chapped them the most was how she fumbled Baby Yoda. Because that was hands down the biggest thing to come across their table since they've had this thing. And they didn't have any toys for that damn thing when that show dropped. And I'll tell you, there isn't a day that goes by where I talk to somebody or see somebody who has kids that are just decked out in Baby Yoda stuff, and I'll flat out, oh, what do you think of the show? They've never watched the show. They don't care. Baby Yoda sells no matter what. So
You
that's
just
the thing. I think that's the
made your own argument ridiculous.
Yeah.
Saying that she didn't have it when it was needed, but that it sells because it sells are literally they contradict each other.
Yeah. And there's actually a factual reason as to why they didn't do that. They did not want, because, okay, when you have a toy line, because we were talking about this earlier with Spider-Man, the toys for Spider-Man No Way Home leaked out early because they end up going to the manufacturer. They have to get mass produced. That information is out there. Somebody grabs it, somebody puts it out, and then we know what exactly is going on. We have an idea of what certain things will look like. When they were producing the show, they actually, at the request of Jon Favreau, had said, hey, let's not put out this, let's not release.
It's a huge fucking
Baby
part
Yoda.
of the storyline.
It's a massive thing. It was spoilers. But do you know who fucking came up with that idea, who recommended that to Jon Favreau?
It
was actually,
Kathleen?
no, it was Donald Glover. While they were working on The Lion King.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
because
Solo?
while they were working on The Lion King, they were also working on Mandalorian. Donald Glover had heard about Baby Yoda and they were talking about it. And he was like, well, don't release anything of it. Let people get surprised, because how many people get genuinely surprised now by anything?
The Mandalorian has done that a couple times now.
They've done that a couple times because they realized that the surprise factor is what motivates the conversation, which pushes the merch. Yeah, Tom might have a point that maybe not every kid who's decked head to toe in fucking Baby Yoda has seen the show. But then again, you're making your own point invalid.
Well, here's the thing. I think.
Look, it's still the merchandise still sold. It just sold after. It sold at a different point in time.
Right. I think the whole Baby Yoda thing, like, I have not seen The Mandalorian. I have a $30 giant Baby Yoda pop. Okay, I collect pops. I've never seen The Mandalorian, but Baby Yoda is adorable. I think the whole thing with Baby Yoda was perfect. And the fact that they can still sell toys like that without people actually watching the show is literally the best outcome for any toy line ever, where there's a toy based on a show that people have not watched and they still love it enough because they, at least most people know who Yoda is and what Yoda is. They see a little baby version of Yoda, they'll buy it. The plushies, the pops, the action figures, anything. And you don't have to watch the show. That right there proves that they can push a toy line without actually having people watch the show. That's amazing.
They can push it at whatever fucking time they want to.
Right.
That it
and
will
that's
still
amazing.
sell the numbers. I guarantee the numbers are like when the demand, because you're creating supply and demand at that point. So many people want that fucking toy.
Right. That's what it's
at that
demand.
point, right? They're like, they're knee jerking about it. They're like, oh, well, I remember hearing this conversation specifically actually about, oh my God, when are they going to come out with Baby Yoda stuff? Because we want it.
Right.
Right. Okay. There we create hype for it.
I don't know when Matt's coming back because I think you froze, but to answer Command Unit's question. Oh, there we go, Matt. Saggy under a rock, what do you live? I didn't know you were so quiet. I don't pay for Disney Plus. I don't want to. That's why I haven't seen The Mandalorian. I have my reasons why I don't want to buy Disney Plus, but that's why I haven't seen The Mandalorian.
Yeah, she's open about her reasoning or her not having it. So on that front, I get it. But again, the idea there though is look, there's 116 million active accounts. All right. Never mind piracy. That's a factor. A lot of people have watched Mandalorian. My daughter, 3-year-old daughter, loves Baby Yoda. We were at Costco and they have these new like $22 Baby Yoda, like 2.5 foot tall plushies. And she fucking wants one. And I'm like, I'm not going to buy it because, you know, I'm just not going to. We have 2 of the other Squishmallow Baby Yodas at home. Those are $20 a piece. I've got 2 of the fucking Kenner ones. I got a Baby Yoda Joker that I bought, like a modified Baby Yoda doll that looks like the Joker that I bought on Amazon. You know, like we like Baby Yoda, but I'm the only Mandalorian fan of the house. But you know what that means?
That
I will then be raising my children to watch Star Wars. So those kids today that are decked head to toe in Mandalorian gear or Baby Yoda stuff, what do you think they're being I don't want to use the term indoctrinated, but what do you think they're being conditioned to want to see when they get older? And because Star Wars is a familial thing as well as a generational thing, the best way to get in new fans is to make it so the older fans want to introduce it to the younger fans. That's what Star Trek is doing right now with its animated content, is they're trying to appeal to different fan bases in order to make Trekkies out of those people. And that's the problem with this kind of very weird gatekeeping, because it's like, Tom's argument is one of the stupidest arguments of the night. I'd argue it's stupider than the whole stupid thing with the fucking black mirroring, you know, and that was pretty dumb.
That was a lot.
That was the epitome of dumb for me.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like what Star Wars is doing now is they're dipping their toes in a lot of different community. Like I said, this whole new anime thing. I've said this before. I really do think they're trying to tap into that anime community because it's a very big community. It's been around for a long time, and having a anime made about Star Wars will get that anime community interested. Mind you, and I saw some videos of people talking about it, like having their complaints because they're big Star Wars fans. I'm sitting there like, you don't understand anime. That's why you're complaining about these things that you're used to in Star Wars, because you're not used to how anime operates. They're like, oh, they have an umbrella, a lightsaber umbrella. Yeah, umbrellas are used a lot in animes as weapons. So I understand that that's, you know, it's supposed to be meant to be a cute thing. And here's the thing, cosplay. A lot of anime fans are big into cosplay. You want anime fans to cosplay as your Star Wars characters. Yeah, they still do cosplay. Star Wars fans do still cosplay, but now they have more options to cosplay as new characters. And the designs on these anime characters are designed in a good way where cosplayers would love that. Cosplayers love to challenge themselves. So yes, they're dipping into different communities and different marketing techniques. And I think it's actually really interesting.
Well, I agree with you about that. But when it comes to anime, especially let's say on the comic front, and mangas like Barnes and Noble, whatever. I don't care.
It's garbage either way.
Yeah, but all that stuff is overtaken American comic book sales. It's overtaken American comic book sales.
So hard to read, and
It's not hard to read. It's really not hard to read.
Don't even get me started on trying to watch the fucking thing. It gives me a headache. Just
It's a lot. Yeah, trust me. Trust me. Talk to people here. I get roasted all the time because of I've been sent literal like anime from like Ryan and from Jess and other people.
Dude, all my co-hosts fucking love anime. And they all squirt about
Regardless
it
if you like anime, my whole point, guys, is that anime is a big community. There is a big fan following for animation like that. So, like I'm saying, having Star Wars dip their toes into that anime market is a pretty good tactic. So that's all I'm saying. Like, same thing with the Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda is cute. You don't have to watch Mandalorian to look at a Baby Yoda and think, oh, that's adorable, I want that. So that was a genius tactic. That's genius marketing. Because again, I have not seen the Mandalorian. I love Baby Yoda. It is adorable, it's cute, and I bought it. I spent $30 on a giant ass pop just because Baby Yoda was cute and adorable. Their marketing is pretty good, in my opinion.
Yeah. And that's why they also tapped into animated market a long time ago, is to get new younger fans interested in the franchise.
Right.
Star Wars has done a good job of keeping their stuff relevant.
Yeah.
And refreshing. I'll give them that. And they've made a lot of money over the years.
And the thing is too, the other side of this that people need to recognize is the fact that Star Wars, Lucasfilm has an agenda to migrate into China. I've talked about this multiple times. I'm not going to rehash the whole thing right now, but really the idea is that China's a massive market. They didn't grow up with Star Wars. They didn't grow up with the OT, the PT, none of that stuff. They got the sequel trilogy, which is why right now there's not a massive love of Star Wars in China, because it's not a cultural thing. So Disney has been hiring Chinese writers to do Chinese themed Star Wars books to pump out there in order to build up that fan base. And this is all stuff that's going to tie in to like the High Republic and then eventually into Legends and everything else, because look, 420 some million people a month read ebooks in China. There are more people than the whole population of the United States and Canada and Mexico read ebooks, listen to ebooks in China. It's so popular. There's a massive demographic there that they are trying to get into. That's all I'm saying is like they're gonna start playing into the mysticism angle a lot more. That's why they're tackling anime
with fucking the witch guy.
Well,
they're gonna call him for advice on the mystical aspect.
Right, but that's what I'm saying, Jarble, is that with this whole thing with them dipping their toe into the anime, the community is very big, and like Ty said, they are trying to probably get newer people into the franchise because it's been going on so long. The people who are holding on to it most are the people who remember the older movies, and some of the ones that they're coming out with are trying to cater to the newer generation, which is why you have Last Jedi. Last Jedi was 100% one of those type of movies that was trying to cater to the new generation. Things are changing. World is adapting. They're trying to change with it, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
I didn't see that Enosh got here.
Yeah,
we're doing a 2 cents on nonsense to a very ridiculous clip.
Yes, let's finish.
Essentially, so let's just finish this thing. I don't know how much more is left of this. That's going to be like I kind of cut it and had to get ready for the stream. So we'll see where it goes.
Big thing there. Not only did Baby Yoda save her job, but the $1 billion at the box office did. But at the same time, they're like, look, you're not in control of this anymore. Filoni and Favreau are. And I'm not even so sure about Filoni being a friendly. That's the thing. Filoni is one of those where I think he would turn on anybody just to get what he wants. Plain and simple.
Well, he did make that speech that I reported on way back when, we all talked about it, where he was at a woman's club thing or something, and he's saying Luke only held the door for Leia, etc., and so on. Which was, absurd. Of course, back then he had a lot less presence and power and was probably trying to fight to save his job, but still, there is that element. But I got to say, it is clear from everybody that we're talking to, including Sutton, that KK's power over Star Wars is gone. That Favreau and Filoni are basically in the drive.
Yeah,
that's what a lot of people say. That people in the chat room are saying KK.
Yeah, I think that's the whole clip right there.
Because Cameron got out of there quick, huh? Didn't even.
Oh
say
yeah, he
bye.
must have. Yeah, I didn't realize he bailed out. I don't know what happened after that. That was around 20 minutes, and that was quite frankly
Too much.
enough for my brain cells.
That's 20 minutes. Once that fucking tarot card came up, that's when we should have ended it, because that's all we needed to know.
Yeah, the tarot card, the whole I saw her office type thing was a little weird for me too. I'm just gonna say
Yeah,
that.
I know. I use remote
yeah.
viewing to dive into her office.
Yeah, and he uses a fucking crystal ball. Once
No,
the
a
video
mirror.
went out, whatever, it's the same nonsense. They are fucking Looney Tunes that live in a fake fucking world that doesn't exist. They create their narratives and their own truths. They believe them. They have literal mental issues. And they need like this type of thinking is what is corrupting the internet. It really, really is.
It's just like they literally said the movie made a couple $1 million. Like, I don't see
Much
like
more than that.
right, like much more than that. It's like I get y'all don't like it, but it's not what you like, and it's not gonna be what you like. As long as it makes money, they're not gonna care. They're going to do it as long as it makes money. And it does well in the box office and the toy sales and all that stuff you guys said. They're not going to change their minds. They're going to just do it the way. And if Kathleen Kennedy, and he said it, well, the toys in the box office saved her job, then she's not going anywhere. She's making them money. That's all they care about. That's all it comes down to. They want money. They're making these movies that cost money. They're trying to make money so they can make more movies and make more money. That's the formula. If you don't like it, then just don't watch it. If you really want to change,
I would argue
don't watch
that
it.
I would argue that if you're a filmmaker, like, or if you have anything, if your job is anything to do with making movies, you should have at least some vested interest in whether people are enjoying them. I do believe that, because the whole point of it is for the stakeholder, the person that's consuming it, to want to consume it, right?
Right.
Not like robot consume it like they do with Star Wars. They've gotten lucky, I think, a little bit with the sequel because the way the sequel trilogy came out after so long. I do think that and with The Force Awakens, I think The Force Awakens is a really good movie.
Right.
Like, I think it's really good, and it set them up for success.
But
right?
Ty,
First one, banger, boom.
right.
Star Wars is back. Let's fucking go. Everybody's ready. And then, they get flaccid when the Last Jedi starts.
But Ty, we're talking about the same. This is the problem. Like, you're not wrong. However,
if you make movies that you should have a vested interest in whether people like them,
right? But here's the problem with that, right? You're not wrong. However, the same people that would be crying about, oh my God, Gina Carano, they fired her, we should boycott Disney Plus, are the same people the following week that were doing TV reviews of WandaVision. These are people who it doesn't matter, because overall, they can complain and bitch and moan all they want. They're still going to spend the money to see these movies. Remember that video we saw that Matt Jarbo showed us like a few weeks ago with that girl who went to see that movie, the Suicide Squad, and she walked out, but she still gave them the money. Right, but that's what I'm saying. They're still going to consume it.
I'm talking about how the people that are making the movies should have at least like Kathleen Kennedy, because that's what they're basically saying, right? Is that she doesn't care about the franchise. Like, yeah, okay. I think they're thinking she made the sequel trilogy made money, but people didn't like it, right? Overall, people didn't like it as much as the old ones.
Yeah, there was a lot of people.
That's their problem with this, right? That's what their issue is, that they don't care how much money it made. They care about the actual content, because they're fucking gods among men, and they're the ones that deliver.
Well, so
Christ upon us.
I get you on that one, man. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to get a live reaction from Ty here. Okay. Because we spent a long time listening to Doomcock, and obviously Ty is now stupider as a result of that.
Very much so. As
we all are. And so I wanted to get to see if he can identify anything out of this particular performance, and I'm just kind of curious what his
I haven't
thoughts
seen
are.
this either. I haven't seen this either.
We're not going to watch the whole thing. Just a few little bits of it. I just want to get his take on it. All right. So this is by a BitChute user known as the Commandant, who a lot of people believe is Doomcock. And so just kind of curious your thoughts on this one. Yeah, it's his little. Oh, sorry.
If I see a Hydra thing pop up,
That's actually not a Hydra thing. That is the Black Sun. That is a Third Reich symbol.
Emblem.
That's an emblem that's very much Nazi.
It's like something on the dark.
Oh my god.
Aryans and honorary Aryans, you must forgive me if I appear a bit dazed for this transmission. I have just returned from the American capital of Washington, D.C., where I was witness to something remarkable. By now, you all certainly know what has happened, and I will begin by stating that this event was unplanned, but entirely expected.
So does that sound familiar to you at all?
Come on, dude.
I mean, just a wee bit on the familiar side, just a smidge.
Can you play a little bit more, just like 2 seconds?
Yeah.
Our purpose in D.C. yesterday was to assess the situation and
that's
support in the...
Dude, I guarantee if you fucking registered the voice patterns on that to what we just listened to, there are remarkable similarities.
Can I just say that mask is a very much improvement to the that thing is kind of cool.
Well, the thing is, everything about this,
all Nazi stuff's real cool, Saggy.
Yeah, he's like for example, he's got the death head ring right there on the top of the mask. That was the ring that the Third Reich gave out to its officers. The little thing there on the right lapel is, I forget what symbol that is, but it's another Aryan symbol. I
was just talking about the glowing eyes. Okay, the glowing eyes is cool.
No, you're right. He did, at least he got that right. So what are his goals in these episodes?
Well, so this particular
these
persona,
are political?
Yes, these are all political. This is him claiming that he was at the January 6th insurrection. All right, this is very much Doomcock. Sorry, someone who I personally believe is the actor known as Doomcock, who was there. And the thing is, like this, like the similarities are very much the same.
I'm going to dig deeper into this.
Well, here's something I want you to take a look at as well. Just a little thing. I want to get your just give me your first thoughts on it. Right. So Doomcock and Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, they've met and they made a video. They recorded it.
He knows what he.
Yes.
Or did he wear the fucking getup?
Well, he wears a mask, but it is not that mask. It is another mask. I just want you to look at that mask and see if something kind of pops out.
Okay.
So this is a screenshot from their conversation. He's wearing a luchador mask. Oh. And what's that there on the side of his head?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So, I mean, like, that's kind of weird, right? Why would he be known as a K? It's kind of odd. A little bit on the weird side, right? I mean, just no real reason. I mean, but you come over here to his BitChute, and what exactly is right there?
Just a K.
Just a Commandant with a K.
Oh.
The Commandant.
Yeah.
And he makes his own. That mask is something I guarantee you is custom made by him. Because I can't find anything like that.
Why would there be a K on there? Unless, is there another K on the other side?
I don't know if we get to see that. Let me take it, because he's facing that direction. I don't see him looking out the window the other way. I'm scrolling through the video feed right now.
He does his regular voice in the other one, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna have to analyze this a couple times.
Yeah, this is
definitely there are remarkable similarities between the Commandant one and what I've seen out of the Doomcock when he does the voice thing and his actual speech patterns. You can
That's
hear
sus.
them in it.
It's sus.
It's very suspect. I will, and I definitely want to look more into that, because if I could definitely like confirm it, there we go, confirm. All right,
Confirm with a K.
It's 90% Doomcock.
Well, that's what someone point Enosh knows has done analysis. Max has already done this last year. Did that. I love to hear someone trying to say that it's a peace sign.
To the party.
You're a little late to the party, but that's okay. I know the white Portuguese here is like, oh, that's a peace sign. That's not a peace sign. I forget what the actual image is, but I've looked it up there. So the whole point is that it's very sus. And if you listen to Doomcock, he talks a lot about the culture war. This is what him and Gary from Nerdrotic talk about. This is what they talk about on Friday Night Tights. This is why Max has been making fun of them.
I was going to say that it was the missing K from when he talks about Kathleen Kennedy.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, he's LARPing as her.
K.
He's just LARPing as her in real life.
It's the third K. If you catch where I'm going with it.
The Kathleen Kennedy Club?
Yeah. It's the third K to Kathleen Kennedy.
I'm done with both of you.
So
there we go. I think
Doomcock confirmed a clan member.
Oh my God, Ty.
Hey, listen, if he can come up with his fucking loop-de-loop fucking theories, I can come up with mine. Just saying.
Oh, there we go. Ty from Pop Culture Corner, everybody.
Yep, it's the missing K. We know, confirmed that Doomcock is a fucking loop-de-loop. Get him off.
Loop-de-loop.
Get him out of here.
I love you, Ty.
I really can't. I can. If I listen to any more of him, I will be significantly. I will have wasted more time in my life.
Oh my God.
On someone like this than I ever.
I'm dying. I started drooling. That's how crazy you're making me. I started drooling like, oh my God. I love you. Please.
I can't do it, man.
You guys and your pesky theories and stuff. But look, the idea here is there's something very.
Upon me.
I did, and I wanted to share it with you because it's in my brain too. But here's the kicker. The kicker essentially is that this is like there's so much here that it's in my opinion, it is too little to be. Okay, there we go. It's the symbol on his neck is called the death rune. It's originally a symbol of Norse mythology, which is also something that Heimlich Himmler was into. So that's the symbol around his neck. Hold on, Nazi.
Where's the symbol around his neck?
Hold on. Damn it. I already closed it out. Okay, hold on. It's the runic insignia of the Schutzwaffel. God, my German is terrible. It's totally terrible. Anyway,
I did German all through high school, and I could not tell you a single thing.
Yeah, I would just
took 4 years of
hold on.
German.
Nice try deflecting. Shut the fuck up, dude. Are you kidding me? It's like straight what are you fucking talking about? Don't be a dipshit.
They said the peace sign broken cross.
Right, yeah. Here's a hold on, let's see here.
And Enosh sends a link. Enosh sends a link.
Yeah, all right.
But
that is the symbol that was around his neck. That is the death rune. That is the Nazi death rune. So
death what?
The death rune. It's a Nordic symbol. It's given to someone who's committed an act of violence, usually the murder of another person, and that is what the Doomcock had a whole bunch of those in a symbol around his neck. It's not a broken peace symbol. There's an actual like Nazi meaning to it. So don't be a dipshit.
Yeah, that's
all right. Enosh, like send me a link. Oh man. All right, I'll tell you what. We'll do 15 minutes. Enosh, I gotta get to bed early at some point tonight, but we'll do a few minutes with Enosh because it's been a long night. So after all the nonsense we saw tonight, and there's a lot of it.
There's way more than 2 cents. I'll give you that.
Oh yeah, no, it totally.
There's a whole fucking dollar. They are so many dollars short of a fucking bunch. I mean, I am there. There's some overcompensation. There's some straight up just propaganda, fear mongering. We have clout chasing. I mean, if I could get a list of things ready for you, I will. I'll have it next time. I'll have it next time. Don't worry. I'll have my list of things that I found wrong. But I really do think that he believes his own lies at this point, to the point where he really does think, he really does think he's telling the truth, and that's really a problem, because he is spouting a bunch of nonsense.
There's a lot of craziness there, a lot of wild stuff. But this is what comes out of that group, and so it's really funny. By the way,
this is an average stream. Like that's what.
I don't know if this is average. I happened just to tune in today because I saw that
start off with the fucking tarot.
Yeah, he started just kind of going off on this stuff. But like, what is it? Mikey Sutton just dropped. Expect this to piss a lot of people off tomorrow. So the article that we read, Mikey just dropped this. And so that's going to be, Midnight's Edge in the morning is going to attempt to refute it. A lot of them are going to
right to them.
Yeah, a lot of them are going to do it. This is the article that we read tonight. So, but at the very end of it here, he says, "I discussed this live on Matt Jarbo's $3 Theater YouTube channel." There we go. See, I'm getting a little bit of love on Geekosity there.
Chaser.
I have never said that I'm anything other than the such.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go on that one. All right, here, Command Unit says, reminder to take your daily dose of 40K. That is true. He did give me something to watch. Well, we can watch it real quick while we wait for Enosh to come on in. And then, but if Enosh is not here, then I'm going to end up probably just like closing it down and going to bed because I'm very tired. All right, let me get this up here. This is the Battle Fleet Gothic Armada Admiral Spire.
By the way, real quick before I do that, to the white Portuguese in the chat, the swastika was also originally meant to be a symbol of peace, but that, again, symbols can be tainted, so you should probably do your research before you look stupid.
Yeah, Cylon here makes a great point. He doesn't think he's telling the truth. He just knows he doesn't have to.
Yeah, that's another good point.
It's a good point there. All right, so I
actually really do believe that he thinks he's telling the truth. Like,
yeah,
I think it's a real mental disorder that he has at
Spoiler
this point.
alert,
He's got
really
maybe it didn't start there, but it's gotten, because the more you lie, and anyone will tell you this, lying, the more you do it, the better you get at it. Or I mean, clearly he hasn't gotten any better at it, but. The more you want to keep doing it. It's like it's addicting almost because you're deceiving people. And that's what his whole channel is about. Any sane fucking person can look on the outside, look in at this whole fucking stream and tell me that there's not an ounce of bullshit and fucking absolute nonsensory happening there. Come on. I mean,
somebody should make a show about that.
Well, I think we did it tonight. I think we really kind of. I know Johnny wasn't feeling good.
So you guys talk about this guy a lot, right? Because he's just an absolute fucking loopy.
Well, that's one reason why we talk about him.
You have a figure of him, if I'm not mistaken.
I do have an action figure. I have an action figure right there. My good friend Bruce made that for me.
Now putting it into context is so much better.
Oh, heck yeah.
Before I was like, why does this guy have a fucking...
Look, the Doomcock thing runs a lot deeper than a lot of people realize, but the problem is to explain it, because I know people who've looked into it, and the problem...
I'd love to look more into it.
Yeah, I know people who've looked into it, and I'll just say this. How deep this thing goes is actually something that, like,
real deep.
Normal people would just look at it and go, okay, that's some conspiracy theory stuff. But the people that I know who've looked into it are very trustworthy. They know what they were doing, and it's weird. It's beyond weird. It's scary. It's flat out scary. Doomcock is more than just some idiot who, put a helmet on his head and is doing this. Like that Commandant stuff.
It's legitimate because I'm actually gonna. And that's what I don't really care about the Doomcock persona anymore. I've already seen what that is. And that's him just trying to rifle up the pop culture fucking brand of people to gain money. But the other shit is actually really scary to think about, because if his persona, the Doomcock persona, shows me anything about like what this political one could be about.
Yeah.
that it really scares me. And I talked about the.
But see,
the
it's all
frame rate of
connected. It's all
thinking.
connected, Tyler, because
You can call me Tyler. it's
Okay,
fine.
I wasn't. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know what you go about.
I actually
Anyways.
prefer it,
Just
to be
call
honest.
him.
Okay.
Just call him.
The point is like, yeah, the political stuff is really scary because it's not just Doomcock. It's like Doomcock, but like there are several people like him that, and I know this sounds crazy. But there are people who are when they're saying they're trying to change pop culture, okay? When they're trying to change the culture, it's literally a group of people who are trying to change the culture from within different segments of the culture. Doomcock is using pop culture. Other people are using different
I see where you're going with this.
different things. Okay. So this is not by chance. This is not an accident. This is not,
It's almost like a little cult.
it's
It
very,
could be almost classified as a cult.
it's very much that, but these people are very smart and they know what they're doing and they're trying. And I know it sounds crazy.
Well, I mean, he's getting $5,000 a night from his audience. He's got something right?
They're very funded. They are funded very well.
Yeah, and whether or not he believes his own lies or not is that's all for the birds.
See the Star Wars stuff. Like, look, that's
I gotta pee. I'll be right. I've been holding it forever. I gotta go. I'll be right back.
The Star Wars stuff and all that stuff, like that's entertaining, right? Like that's them being entertaining because none of that matters. Okay.
At the end of the day, it really doesn't.
At the end of the day, that stuff doesn't matter. What it is you got to think about the idea behind what they're saying, right? So look how, like, even in this, like he brought up Dave Filoni's thing where like Dave Filoni was at a women's conference.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, a women's conference, right? And so like there's this whole mindset behind it. And look, I said, a few months ago, and I know everybody lost their mind because, I said that, like this is like a mind control thing. But it is a very subliminal way of portraying things to either rally up your troops, the people who already feel this way, right? Or in turn, to gather troops to make them mad enough about something where you can now infiltrate other parts of their lives, right?
Yeah.
So you get people upset enough about something, and now all of a sudden, they're like, yeah, well, you know what? Ty's right about this, man. Like, God, I got to get behind Ty. Ty, you are absolutely right. You know how I feel. You're representing me. You're out there fighting the cause. So I'm going to give you money and I'm going to support you. Well, you're saying some weird things, but you know what? Actually, no, you're right.
I support
right.
that too.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like you get to this tipping point with certain things that people maybe wouldn't normally go with, but because you got their rallying point based on the thing that they love, right? And you keep them angry enough. Like, why would you want to just keep people angry? Doomcock's thing is always stay angry, my friends. Stay angry, my friends. He's literally playing
he says that?
Yeah. Oh, that's how he goes out on each show. He'll say, "Stay angry, my friends," and that's how he ends his thing. So the thing is he's literally playing a character, Dictor von Doomcock, who is supposed to be the future ruler of Earth, who is a villain.
And very much overcompensating if I don't say it so myself.
I'm just saying, like, this is supposed to be some fictional villain.
So that's the backstory? He's in
the center of the Earth. He's in the center of the Earth.
Oh my God.
He's the future ruler of Earth, and for some reason the future ruler of Earth is concerned about pop culture and Star Wars movies back in 2021.
So he's not a hero and he doesn't go down.
Well, how do you go down with that helmet on, Saggy?
I mean, it's possible. It's got one of those mouth thingies.
Yeah, I like my face nice, free, and clear when I'm getting the business done. Look, the thing is like none of the story makes any sense. Like if you look at it from a story angle, but it's enough where he's like, look, I'm mad about these things and I want you to be mad about these things. So I'm going to tell you enough to make you mad. I'm going to twist the truth to make you mad. That's why I've said for a long time now with Kathleen Kennedy, you notice, and I said it to Jeremy when he was on with me. Every time they make a thumbnail,
it's got red eyes.
It's red eyes. It's laser eyes. It's this angry look and all this stuff because they've dehumanized Kathleen Kennedy. You don't think of Kathleen Kennedy as a woman who gets up every day and goes to work at Lucasfilm to lead a company as president of the company. You think of Kathleen Kennedy as this demon woman who is literally, they've said that literally her job, she takes it as her personal job to destroy Lucasfilm and Star Wars. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Do you think that Disney, for 1 second, if they thought that the president of one of their major companies was literally trying underhandedly to destroy that company, to destroy that IP, that they would allow that to just continue?
No, that's not.
That doesn't make any sense.
That's not how things work.
None of that makes any sense. But the problem is that they get people so frustrated and upset over the stuff that they legitimately don't like. Look, I love The Last Jedi, but I know that there's people who hate The Last Jedi, okay?
I like it.
But the thing is if you get the people who you know are mad at The Last Jedi and you frustrate them with all these other little interior things, right? And you just keep them frustrated. That movie came out how long ago?
Yeah, 2017, right?
My God, the movie came out 2017 was it 2017? No, it was 2017. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, it's been so freaking long, that it's like that movie came out so long ago and they act like nothing good is ever going to come out of Star Wars again, which it already has. Even the Bad Batch, there's people who are on the fence about the Bad Batch, and I miss stuff in the Bad Batch. The Bad Batch was basically there to give you a bunch of Easter eggs for stuff that they're going to do later on in The Mandalorian. I mean, they literally spelled it out, and I totally missed it, and I'm embarrassed that I missed it because they spelled it out when they took at the end of the Bad Batch. Spoiler for the end of the Bad Batch.
The mountain.
The mountain, Mount Tantus, and the planet Wayland. That is it right out of Heir to the Empire, where they had all the cloning technology. So they took and they piled up everything from Kamino, destroyed everything on Kamino, took it all to Mount Tantus on Wayland, which in the book, Heir to the Empire, that is where Grand Admiral Thrawn goes to get that information, to get all that stuff, because the Emperor had that place set up as a base of operations where he kept his special projects. And there's a crazy Jedi Master, clone Jedi Master Joris Saboth, who lives there, and that sparks the whole thing, the whole story from Heir to the Empire. So you see what they're doing, right? But I totally missed that. So even people who don't like stuff, there is stuff in there for you if you're a hardcore fan. But the thing is that they act like nothing good has come out of Star Wars. Even the Mandalorian,
bad.
The Mandalorian, my God, the Mandalorian has been awesome, and yet.
I just want to say, sorry, Nash, I was stewing on that comment. I just want to say, now that I saw that comment, I can't unsee my nose now. So
being an alien,
I really can't.
Filters are a mofo. But anyway, I completely agree with you, Enosh.
But honestly,
I mean, it's all right there. They just keep griping and complaining, and even in the good stuff with Mandalorian, it's like, my God, they latched on to Gina Carano like she was,
because they needed something bad.
Because they needed something bad, and so when all that stuff went down with her, it's like we're gonna latch on to her. She's being persecuted for her beliefs and all this BS. I mean, it's so stupid.
It's like, no, she said something she shouldn't have.
Yeah, I mean, she took something too far, okay?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anybody who takes anything too far, look, you don't just get to say whatever you want to say when you're in that position. But regardless of all that, they've latched on and stuff. I mean, then it was Pedro Pascal. Pedro Pascal is all pissed off because, he doesn't want to be in the helmet, and all this stuff. It's like,
but weren't they also bashing Gina at first, her character?
Most likely because it was a woman.
Right. I heard
they
that
think of them as second-class citizens.
I heard that they had issues with her character, Cara Dune, and then when that stuff happened, they rallied.
Yeah, and her first appearance in season 1, a bunch of them made videos calling her a Mary Sue, and I'm like, you would never say that to Gina Carano's face
she
ever.
Would beat your fucking ass. You
I mean,
fucking
like, that's-
little joopity goopity fucking lickety clickety.
Where are you coming
Wow.
up with these
Fucking
things? Holy crap!
loopty.
I know it's 4:30 in the morning, but yeesh.
Jeez.
I've never been more
Dude,
turned on.
I've never been more frustrated with anything in my life than having to listen to 20 minutes of fucking.
Oh, that took like an hour and a half.
Tyler,
Ty's new to this. He's new to this.
Can I
He's
tell
new
you
to
something?
this stuff.
Can I tell you something?
Noob.
I have never been more turned on by you tonight.
Oh man, and guinea pig, dude. Midnight's Edge is like.
Hey,
they're all like like I said, the frame rate of thinking here is really scary because it's like, dude, it's really culty. It's really culty, and Doomcock seems to.
Well, look what happens.
Overlord position.
Anytime something comes out, literally everyone in that stupid group.
What happens?
It's video. Like they all make the same exact effing video.
So what happens now? Let's all think figuratively here. Mikey Sutton is correct. The contract of Homegirl gets extended. She opts in. She wants to do it. She extends. What do they say at that point? Because they're clearly wrong at this point.
Well,
anyone can see that.
But if you listen, but in that clip, they basically laid it out. It's she's been extended, but she has no power.
Whatever.
She's been extended, but she's not overseeing Star Wars. That's John and Dave.
By the way, I'm starting to feel bad for poor Command Unit. He has been asking for 40K all night. We almost did it.
I know. It is queued up, ready to go. Let me just get to him. McLeod here with 5K. Thank you. Saying here, lies are just facts that haven't been repeated enough yet. Lies are just facts that haven't been repeated enough yet. And if you listen to everything, you'll see all that. It's crazy. And then Command Unit here says it all makes sense if you know 40K lore. I guess that's the impetus for everything. Yeah, we're gonna get to 40K. We're gonna get to 40K.
He's
spent a
blue
lot
ball,
of money on 40K when you could just watch it for free.
I feel his pain. His poor blue balls.
Yeah.
In the chat for Command Unit's blue balls, y'all.
Yeah. No, it's all. I do have it queued up. You know, let's give it to him real quick, and then we can start winding things down because it is that. But all right, this is the Battlefleet Gothic Armada Admiral Spire, 40K.
I got my popcorn.
All right.
To that.
Looks really cool.
Better than Last Jedi.
Shut up, Zach.
Warhammer 40K.
If what you say is true, Captain Spire, a vast Chaos fleet is massing for attack. Inquisitor Horst, are you sure of this man?
Maybe we should consider someone else.
Isn't this captain from a planet that rebelled against the Emperor's will?
Enough! His faith will be tested thoroughly.
Love the Emperor, for he is the salvation of mankind. Obey his words, for he will lead you into the light of the future. Honor his servants, for they speak his voice. Tremble before his majesty, for we all walk in his immortal shadow.
What the heck is this?
Let us begin.
Warhammer 40K. It's hardcore stuff. It's like really hardcore sci-fi.
Are we like watching it in order though?
No. We're just watching cinematics.
We needed to be certain. The enemy we face is no ordinary foe.
I understand.
You are to be promoted to the rank of Admiral and given command of a fleet.
I will not fail you, Inquisitor.
There is much to do and little time, Admiral Spire. I fear a storm coming to the Gothic sector. One we are not yet prepared to face.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm not
Saggy-
gonna lie.
Saggy
I'm not gonna
clearly-
lie, I have no interest in that.
I love
It's
I have
no,
no
I like it. I like it. It's but again, it's like I don't know who Admiral Spire is. So the lore is like, you know, it's little pieces here and there. Command unit has been very generous,
He
and
really
that's
likes it. That's
yeah,
awesome.
that's what he
That's
asked for.
awesome.
Yeah,
I
that's,
just, I just have no interest in it.
oh yeah,
Wow.
oh
no,
definitely.
I really just don't like animated stuff. I really don't. I've been very adamant about that for a long time. Animated stuff just doesn't do it for me. Like,
Saggy, did you wear the vibrating underwear again?
Oh, yeah.
She got her alien with her.
My alien nose. Listen, it's not alien nose. It's just the special effects of the pictures,
filter,
and,
I know, I know.
also being a black girl with a wide nose. So that's what
Yeah, it was kind of a racist comment if you think about it.
How is that a racist comment? That's why my nose is. I have an ethnic nose. The hell? How dare
I don't
you?
know. I don't know. Out of print here with a whole bunch of water squirt emojis.
That's what everyone. That's what all Doomcock fucking. What do you call Doomcock viewers? Are they like? Do they have any special name? Please tell me they do. Please tell me that they're called.
I don't know. I don't. The
Doomcockers,
cockies.
the cockaroonies, jibber jabbers.
I don't know what they are, but Ryan here with $5 here says, if you like Ty, I can recommend some animated films that don't have bright colors, or at least ones that don't use a lot.
Yeah, because that would help it not give me a headache. So yeah.
Watch, but don't watch. Well, no, never mind. That does have like.
I have kids, so like half of what I watch is like bright colored stuff all the time.
Yeah, like I actually watched Spies in Disguise the other night, and I almost threw up because that's how just out of because I'm a huge Will Smith fan, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot Will Smith and Tom Holland did this.
So did everybody else.
I almost threw up because I was like, oh god, it's so bad.
Yeah, that's certain. Yeah. Oh no, trust me, man. Like we watched some stuff on Netflix, some of Netflix's anime, and it's our animated movies for kids. And I'm like, what am I watching and why am I here? And I'm like, but I do it for my kids because I can't watch what I want to watch.
Davey, you're fine. I didn't take that comment at all negatively. Trust me, I did not take that comment.
Does it do probings?
That's even more fucked up.
Wow.
It does.
Wait, you're asking if her nose does probings like on you?
Enosh is about to find out real soon.
Yeah. Is it was it McLeod says cockanites?
Yeah.
Guinea pig here says or just cocksuckers.
Ooh,
Here comes Enosh. Here comes. Where are you showing
Don't fart.
underwear?
Don't
it's not
fart.
underwear. They're full shorts.
Yeah, they're Joe Boxer doesn't.
I've
just
never
make
seen.
underwear.
I saw the underwear line. Those
All right. Okay. We've clearly gone off the damn rails tonight. So
I'll buy them.
I think
we're gonna
it's
stick with cocksuckers.
all right. Well, you know what? We'll call them cocksuckers. There we go.
Wait, you can't end yet. We're
Cocksuckers.
bartering. I want to buy Enosh's shorts, but he can't wash them. First.
Yeah,
So
Thanura.
he has it.
Yeah. Thanura's right here. Ty needs to watch Invincible.
I have watched Invincible.
So what are you bitching about? That's
It's the
fucking
only
animated.
animated show that I actually got through and was like, wow, that was really good.
What about like South Park?
No, I really can't do it.
I don't-
I have
that's so
a
weird.
hard time especially with South Park's animation style. I find it to
Really?
be so
South
fucking-
Park is awesome.
just the way it's animated. Like I can get by with The Simpsons because
God, I want to go now to whatchamacallit that they just bought.
Oh, Casa Bonita.
Casa Bonita. I got to go to Casa Bonita at some
Yeah.
point in my life.
did
I gotta
Doomcock
go
buy
now.
it?
No, Trey Parker and Matt Stone, the guys behind South Park, bought Casa. But you don't watch Casa Bonita. You don't watch South Park. So
Wait, what about Rick and Morty?
No,
what about Rick and Morty?
I would never watch that.
Why? It's
Are
such
you
a
just
funny
talking about animation you don't like?
No, I'm
what's
not.
the-
She's asking me about animation, and I'm gonna keep saying I don't like it because
Are you just not into animation?
yes, which I've said a million times. So I would, just leave it at that, I suppose.
You're not into
So
animation at
no
all?
Okay,
anime-
all
I
right.
like the DC animated stuff. Is that good enough for you?
No,
I mean, yeah, I sure.
because that shit, like some of that stuff is like really terribly animated.
No,
Yeah.
it just looks like
Yeah,
a
it
comic
is.
book. Like
Mm,
they just adapt.
Mm.
I'm talking
Some,
about
some
the
of the newer
recent
stuff looks
from
horrible.
from Flashpoint Paradox was fire. Just
Have you seen
straight
The
up.
Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and Part 2?
No, I have not watched those.
Have you watched the '90s Batman TV animated show?
Yeah, when I was a child.
Oh, okay.
And I like.
So like 5 years ago.
I'm 29.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm 29.
Okay, so you're not okay. So I'm only 10 years older than you. I'm sorry. I thought you were like 22 or something. I don't know why.
I have a young face.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though I'm a raging alcoholic, I defied that all.
Was a raging alcoholic.
No, once and always, my friend.
Somebody accused me today of being 16.
You were 16?
Yeah, but that's maturity-wise.
And they told me my beard was horrible.
Was it a child?
No, it was in that Superman group again. They were going off on Tom Welling, saying that Tom Welling doesn't deserve to be grouped in with Superman, actors, because he was never Superman. And I'm like, well, the thinking nowadays is that look, he portrayed Kal-El. He was Clark Kent for 10 years. At the end of the show, his character became Superman. We may not have gotten him in full suit and regalia and everything else, but we had a CGI, Superman flying around, and he did become Superman at the end. He ripped the shirt open and stuff. And so this guy literally goes to the lowest common denominator, starts calling me names. It's like, you're a moron, and I'm like, dude, we're just having a conversation about Tom Welling. And whether or not he was a good actor stuff. He's like, well, you're a moron. You're an effing this and effing that. And he's like, and your beard is horrible. It doesn't touch, your beard doesn't. What
is he?
You got a horrible beard. Yeah, he's like, it was so stupid.
Your beard is
and
weird.
he's like, you're probably 16 and think you know it all. And I'm like,
oh, Enosh, that's cute.
I said your mom likes my beard.
Rough.
Mm-hmm.
My beard looks.
She likes it rough, just like his mom.
Yeah.
No.
Wow.
You should have said my beard looks great between your mom's legs.
Ooh, let's not. All right.
What?
Okay, so
I am a hero.
Okay.
I'm a hero.
All right, guys. So 3 hours and 45 minutes. I'm well past my maximum for tonight.
All right, guys, stay angry. Doomcock.
Stay angry, you guys. Get out there.
We will. The cult will reassemble tomorrow
Change
night.
the culture from within. Get people. Get people to
Yeah.
We will assemble from the core of the earth again tomorrow night for our tarot card reading about.
What was the tarot
Marvel
card thing? I didn't see that.
Oh, okay. So on Doomcock, dude. I'll tell you off air.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm starting to fall asleep, so that's why.
Stay angry, folks.
Yeah, stay angry, guys. All right. Well, look, we had like over 130 people watching tonight. A lot of super chats, a lot of support, a lot of fantastic conversations. You guys are fantastic. Thank you all for being here. Thank you to my panel for coming on in and going over the pain that was watching a Doomcock live stream. And we'll talk again. I may take tomorrow off. I don't know.
I don't ever want to.
I don't know. I probably won't.
Fear not.
Yeah, Ty's like, I'm on.
Reassemble again.
Next time, make sure you let me know before you send the link. I don't want to watch another video like that again.
No, I won't.
Do you mean it'll be okay for me to actually stream tomorrow without getting
you
yelled at by
can
somebody?
stream early you're on the East Coast time. You can stream earlier in the day. No one's stopping you.
No, I know, dude. I don't know. I didn't tell you about this. Somebody yelled at me and told me that I was trying to take over your time slot because I was streaming late into the night. And I'm like,
yeah, they say, but they also say
was that the Stark Tower guy?
Yeah.
But they also perpetuate that Matt
said that I was being disrespectful to you because I stream at the same time that you do, and I'm like, dude, I've been streaming like I've had 3, 4, 5 hour streams for over a year now, man.
Yeah, but they always try to pit you two against each other for some reason.
I don't know what that deal is. It's because Matt and I together would destroy the world.
I demand Rule 34, Poindexter Lounge, Enosh, and Matt Jarbo. Thank you.
Yeah.
No. Okay. You know what? No. Thank you for that. I'll take a look for that command unit. All right.
All right, commandants. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. My plans for tonight were seriously going to be. I was going to go driving. I was going to come home. I was going to watch. I was either going to go see Free Guy in theaters, or I was going to come home and watch Demonic. And then at midnight, I was going to watch that Night of the Wolf anime the Witcher animated movie on Netflix because they dropped it on a Sunday night of all things. So tomorrow I'll get a chance.
By the way, I
Not
tried to
out?
watch Beastars. I
Is
tried.
it just weird?
Oh, and I watched
It was
Superman
just.
and
It
Lois.
was so weird. I was just like,
Who told you to watch Beastars?
well, you guys were always talking about it every time
Yeah,
I
but
come
I
over
was.
here.
I don't think I've never recommended.
I
that to
don't.
You.
I get recommended Beastars. I don't actually.
I
yeah,
would never
I gotta-
recommend Beastars for. No,
All right,
I would
all right.
never do that for you.
You guys
All right,
were always
everybody.
talking about it.
Have a good
Bye.
night.
Good night.